Welcome to the Rabbit Hole Wrestling Podcast, where we talk all things wrestling old and new. We have a packed show for you guys this week. We're going to be looking at some of the draft results, as well as doing predictions for Backlash and playing a little game later. Of course, we'll have heel talk. Ben is not with us this week. He is traveling for, I believe, a promotion. And Nick will be making his way in a little later. He's having some illness trouble. How's everybody else doing, though?
Great.
I'm doing great. Good.
I'm doing great.
Another Thursday shows up and another episode starts.
Ready for heel talk.
Love Thursdays.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's May the 4th, which is known as Star Wars Day, but it's also podcast day. So
Right.
The Four Horsemen be with you.
Yep.
yeah. And first off, I was thinking we could maybe talk about what's going on with this WCW ring. Because it's due, or like the last I guess the deadline is tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's like tomorrow at like 11 a.m. I think, or something. It ends, or
and then they waited.
Me personally, I don't think it's gonna back.
Probably not. And they waited until today, or I guess like a couple of days ago, to start promoting it hard and getting people on board to talk about it and stuff. So let's take a look at this image real quick. Oh, that's my that's my wallpaper. Sorry about
I don't think I've
Kyle.
ever seen this before. Can you play that clip? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Hold on, guys. Let me get the ring pulled up here.
That really is your wallpaper.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Got this Ray shit all over the place.
Poor Ray.
All right, here we go. There it is. So yeah, this was
Is that live?
This is from earlier today, so a couple hours ago. So they're roughly 1,700 down that they need to back this thing. And, they decided, I think it was earlier today or like maybe yesterday, they're like, now if we get 5,000, you'll get the Ray and the Scott Steiner, which is, it's a little bit better. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Honestly, they should have been like, fuck it, we'll give you all of it, because they're right here at the last minute of it. But
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you pay Hulk Hogan a lot of money to endorse it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here's
that's
the
thing.
thing.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Here's the thing. I want to chime in on this. So here's the thing. I would personally have already bought it, already spent the money and everything else. But here's why I didn't buy it, just from my point of view. Number one, you only get certain items, which sucks. Number two, why would you have an entrance ramp and all the setup and no ring to go with it? Number three, if you look at it, what are you really getting, and how many people out there have that much room to display something that's almost 4 foot wide? Most people don't. That's the thing. And then you think about Hogan today, which, everybody loves Hogan or doesn't love Hogan, whatever. But, you think about Hogan getting on there, less than 24 hours to go, and he's trying to promote it. At that point, how many people are really going to see him promoting it and go, oh, man, I need to go spend $475? So here's the thing. It's not just $400, because once you click into it, you pay taxes, you pay shipping and handling, and there's a year. It's like a 15-month wait. It comes out in like September 2024 or August 2024, something like that. It's like a 15-month wait that you're going to pay $475 for today and not see that money or anything else almost a year and a half from now. That's why I didn't get behind that. Now, here is my opinion on how they could have sold that. Number one, you put all the figures in. Number two, you should definitely give a ring with it. Even if it's not the highest scale ring made out there, there should be a ring with it. And not only that, you should already have 2,000 or 3,000 of these made up. And then when you put it up for sale, instead of doing this whole back to project, it should have just been put up for sale, the $475. You're going to sell 3,000. After that, it's limited edition. 3,000 sells out. There is no more. That's exactly how you would go ahead and market that and sell it. And look at what they would have already sold. It would have already been sold out. But instead, they're trying to push it. Let's make 5,000 units or 9,000 units or 11,000 units. That's not today's market, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I think I even called it a WCW ring earlier because I just automatically assumed that, you get the ring with it. But you're right. You don't get the ring.
Nope.
And I think it was just poorly handled. And I don't know how often they don't get them actually backed. I would assume it's rare that they actually
they've only done it once, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but also because most of the time it's not $500.
So what's the
Yeah.
odds they'll extend it if they don't get back? They'll extend it, right?
I don't know.
Well, if they do extend it, they better throw in DDP because.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, the thing is like I know the Hulk Hogan's cool, but you're never gonna get to 11,000. And
Like,
we get a lot of Hogans, but like Ultimate Warrior, not so much anymore, and DDP, not so much at all. I think maybe he's gotten 3 or 4 different ones total.
But
With
even
Mattel.
if you would have made 5,000 of them and had them already made, you showed it off at San Diego Comic-Con. You've already shown it off. You've already had pictures of it all over the internet. Now you got Hulk Hogan promoting it. All they really need to do is have WWE run commercials for it, which I know they showed a commercial. I believe it was Monday night.
NXT.
Oh, it was during NXT. So
Yeah.
that's all you need to do is show some commercials for it, and people are going to buy it. You should already had it made. That 15-month wait period for me, it would drive me insane after spending that much money. Like that New Generation Arena, I loved the thing. I absolutely loved it, but I didn't pre-order it or pre-buy it or anything else. As a matter of fact, I didn't even buy one until we were just in Indianapolis.
Exactly. I was with you.
Is because it was literally in front of me, in basically in my hands, and it was a price that was very affordable, very reasonable, and I could take it home that day. I'm not gonna give somebody almost $500 to hold on to for a year. Why would anybody do that? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I agree with Cameron in the comments. He says the outfit for the Warrior is what makes it so significant. Other than that, it's not really special. But speaking of Hogan promoting it, Zack Ryder also did some stuff, or Matt Cardona, whatever you want to call him.
Oh, Jesus.
But he had like the dumbest incentive ever. He was like, if we get this thing back, I'm gonna gift 2 of them to other people. But like, if they're already buying it to back it, why do they want you to give them one? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Too.
Yeah, who cares?
So here's my thing with it. Okay, so let's say it gets to whatever. Like, would you guys get it if they lowered the price? Right? They took away the ring. You just get the figures. Would you guys still get it?
If
Yeah,
they took away the stage, you mean?
Let's say it was at 200. Let's say it was $200 total for those 5 figures. Would you guys back it?
I would.
Yeah.
I would for sure, because that's all.
I don't think
that's all I
so.
want this for is for the figures. I don't care about the ring or the entrance. I don't care about that. It's too big. It would just literally sit in my basement.
I'm assuming that
It still doesn't solve. It still doesn't solve the production timing problem. That's the biggest issue. And I think there's probably a lot of people that are, old school like me out there that are like, dude, why am I letting you hold on to my money for a year and a half? Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. In today's world, it's 2023. In today's world, everybody has now been trained to think Amazon shipping, right?
Yeah,
So,
get it quick.
Yeah, when stuff doesn't come to our house in at least like 5 days, we're like, what the fuck? Where's my package? You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest thing there is, they've got to think these things. They've got to be forethinking and go, you know what? That's not the world we live in anymore. When I was a kid, probably all the way up until I was probably 18, you would have to order something through the mail. You would have to write a check out, put it in an envelope, mail it to somewhere. The check would have to clear, and you'd have to wait 6 to 8 weeks to get something back. To me, this feels a lot like that, only a whole lot longer.
Yeah, and I agree with
pre-order shit. I hate pre-order. I won't pre-order something that's coming out next week. I don't like pre-orders
because you can't trust them anymore. To fulfill a pre-order.
I pre-ordered one thing recently, and that's that NWO retros set.
Both it's actually coming out this month.
I agree with this commenter here. They said if they add all the figures to the 5,000, then he'll back it. I probably would do that too.
Was that Michael Bure that said that?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Michael Bray. Also,
job, Michael.
Nick commented earlier. He said he's doing well and heading home, so he should be on in a little bit here.
Admin Michael Bure and admin Cameron and admin Ben are all in the chat. So welcome in, guys. Glad to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Welcome,
speaking
guys.
of pre-orders being a waste of time, Ben was talking about that. I think either last week or the week before. Pre-ordering with Target or at Walmart, and they canceled it. So it was like a waste of his time.
Yeah.
In Target.
Yeah, but ultimately with this thing right here, man, I hope they do extend it and maybe try to sweeten the deal even more. But they're gonna have to get the DDP in there at least. And I think they're probably expecting a lot of people with the size constraints of the thing. They're probably expecting a lot of collectors to buy it and keep it in the box, which I don't know how many of those would probably do that. Maybe Brian, but everybody else taking it out.
You know what I took?
I
You know what?
take it
I
out.
opened the last one. I opened the last one, but just for the figures. Like everything else is still in the box. I just cut the tape. I didn't rip it open or nothing. So just
So I would have promoted it. I would have promoted it reverse of how they did it. So instead of more figures for more backers, I would have made it the first 5,000 people get the 5 figures, and then if you're late to the party, your figures start tapering down.
Yeah.
Because that
That's
would
how
have
they
made
kinda-
people jump after.
that's how they did the last one. Kind of like you had to back it by a certain date, or else you didn't get the Macho Man. And then I think it was like the 13th of whatever date or whatever month it was. So for those that did, they got the Macho Man with the announce tables and the chairs and stuff. After that date, he was off the table. So, but
And that one backed.
yep.
Yeah, but
see,
even if we do the math on it, all right, 11,000 times, let's just say 400 for easy convenience sake. They were expecting to not make Hulk Hogan until they made $4.5 million almost off of it.
well, how much do they have to pay Hogan to make them?
And to do that
probably just like a 5% royalty or something forever, or something like that. But 5% of 4.4 million.
Obviously he was expecting a royalty check, or else he wouldn't have got on there live today trying to promote the shit out of it, because
he got paid something.
He's already been paid something. I can tell you that, because remember, it was only probably 3 or 4 months ago. One of you guys can correct me, but Mattel actually went to his store and did a huge figure reveal in his store. The first time we saw a lot of those figures was literally in his store on the back counter, and he was there to see those revealed. So they're writing him checks regardless. But this obviously was going to be some sort of a bigger check for him when this thing cleared.
Absolutely. Moving on though, let's take a look at I got lists for the drafts here. So like here's Raw. So you got Akira Tozawa, which I don't even know why they would list him. Like I don't think anybody really cares about Akira anymore. I think he's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong, but he's not putting butts in seats. Alpha Academy, Apollo Crews, Becky Lynch, Strowman and Ricochet. They need to come up with a nickname or a team name for them. Bronson Reed, Candice LeRae.
Is Cody Rhodes putting butts in seats?
I think so. We'll see how he does against The Rock this Saturday.
I don't know.
Viking Raiders, Trish Stratus is on there. I guess Lita is done now, or unless she's on SmackDown. They did that feign injury backstage, and we haven't seen her since.
I think she is done.
Probably, but it almost seems like a waste. Like, why did you bring her back just so she could like have a storyline with Trish?
They probably saw how much better Trish was in the ring and decided to swap him out.
That could be the case.
The question about does Cody put butts in seats? I mean, that's a huge question, but I think Rhea puts as much butts in seats as Cody does.
Rhea puts the Rhea in diarrhea. No, I'm just kidding.
Joseph Sabita said Cody will put butts in the seats with the Stardust gimmick.
Yeah, I just saw that. I had it up on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, welcome to the podcast, Joseph.
Yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome in, everybody.
I think there's a good measuring stick that with him on one side and Roman Reigns on the other. That shouldn't help with both putting butts in seats, truthfully.
You can't forget about Seth Rollins either. The way his character is hot right now.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
I tell you what, I'm glad to see he came back, and that's this guy right here, AJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Now we can have
him and the OC Club they're gonna do some stuff. I can see it.
Yeah, we can have another
good
David. Tag team to watch. Because you got the Judgment Day, Imperium, the Viking Raiders, which is just the jobbing Raiders at this point. The New Day.
We got a lot of new names popping in the chat, so I want to make
Sweet.
sure we're welcome them in.
Welcome, guys.
everybody.
Absolutely. You know, it's
Definitely.
kind of weird they put Cody on Raw because I figured he was gonna finish the story, but I guess not.
Well, I think they're doing that because I predict they're going to give him the new belt. That's the way I see it.
Then you look over at SmackDown, it's like not even half the people. You got Asuka, Austin Theory, Bianca, Bobby, Cameron Grimes, Charlotte Flair, which she's on break, so I don't know how useful she's going to be. Same thing with Roman Reigns. You know how he is. Tamina, why is she advertised here? Like, who's jumping out of their seat for Tamina these days?
Well, I think she's still doing a lot of dark matches for him.
Yeah. Okay, and this is where you got the Street Profits, the Usos, the OC, the Brawling Brutes. I mean, that's 4 awesome tag teams right there. Pretty Deadly, LA Knight. I mean, I think
Let me talk to you.
Oh yeah. It's a good mixture. And then Kev's favorite, Edge, is here. Which, I mean, like, what is he doing? I haven't seen him on TV in like a month.
I actually think they're going to put him in a program with Reigns where it's going to equal to whether he wins the title or retires.
I think Edge will win that new title, the new one that they just come out with at some point. I really predict that they're going to do one more title run with him. It may be incredibly short, but I think he will have one more.
This commenter says the business needs a little Santino Marella, someone who can laugh at themselves as we laugh with them. I'd prefer R-Truth, but yeah.
Yeah.
David said Edge is older than dirt, but
yeah, he is.
But
I was about to say,
but everybody's begging for The Rock to come back. The Rock just turned 51.
Yep.
I don't want him to come back either.
Are you sure that wasn't Kev that commented that?
No, people for the past year have talked about, I can't wait till Rock comes back. He just turned 51, but they talk about how Edge is older and AJ's older and even Orton's older now. It's like, I mean, if all those guys were gone, we'd be in some pretty bad shape with some of these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Ric Flair like 51 20 years ago, and he put on some good matches?
He was like 71 20 years ago.
Yeah, talk bad about Orton or AJ.
He just turned 74, but you know what? He still puts butts in seats.
Here's your free agents here. Zion Quinn, whoever that is. Von Wagner, whatever. Elias, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric. Can't believe they still have jobs. I'm glad they do. Just to clarify, I love both of those guys. Cedric is actually from Charlotte, which is like, basically my hometown. Omos, Ali, Ziggler, Jobler, rather, Brock Lesnar, and Baron Corbin. Like, you couldn't even get Baron Corbin on a show. Hopefully this is to go with his bum-ass gimmick if they're going to bring that back. But
I'm ready for Omos to go away.
Yes, bye.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Who's gonna scream if he's not there? That's all
get
he
him out of there.
does.
Somebody. They'll bring somebody else in. Got to get Omos out.
Boob screams.
They really messed him up because they should have had him take Brock at WrestleMania.
I agree.
Yeah.
They need to change.
Even if they had to have MVP create a distraction and then somehow Omos got him from behind or whatever, but it's just with a young guy like that and you're trying to make him the next big show. I mean, if you think about it, they don't really have a giant anymore. There is no giants in wrestling anymore but Omos. Now, you got a couple of taller guys, but you don't have a believable giant gimmick. It's the first time in 35 years plus that I've been watching wrestling that there really isn't a giant. So why would you not really push that giant gimmick on him? He should be your special attraction guy. But instead, you got to make their job into everybody. Makes no
I believe
sense.
he should have went over Brock Lesnar by interference by Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, or anybody.
Well, and I remember there was talk there saying they're trying to bring the hurt business back.
Yep.
I know, man. See, that would be like the best thing ever, This commenter says, too bad Spike Dudley's all fucked up now. They need another whipping boy that we could cheer on and kill off the Super Kick family.
Yeah.
Omos does need more time. He also needs to change his name. I think he should be called Biffy.
Hey, question, guys. Did Bray Wyatt get drafted or no?
Nope.
Nope.
Nah, man, he's out, man.
Yeah.
You know what though? You used to have Kamala, right? Kamala was called the Ugandan Giant, which Kamala was no giant whatsoever, but they used to call him the Ugandan Giant. Why would you not call Omos the Nigerian Giant?
Isn't that what they call him?
That is what they call
I
him.
thought they did say that.
But instead of calling him Omos, though, his actual name is Nigerian Giant. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like they used to call Paul White the Giant, or they would call Paul White the Big Show. They never referred to him really as Paul White, right? So why would you not call him the Nigerian Giant? And you know, just like Andre the Giant, his name was Andre Rusumov, but you called him Andre the Giant. Why would you not call him the Nigerian Giant? Period. That would be it. That would be his name. And then you would use him as a special attraction. It just makes no sense. You had the great Khali. I mean, he wasn't really, I don't think his name was Khali, you know, Adams. I mean, think about what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah.
The Giant Gonzalez.
Well, I think nowadays they want to have more like realism to it. So they use like normal sounding names for most people. I think that's why, because, you know, you don't get no Repo Man or no Boogeyman anymore, or the Hurricane. Like who's somebody that does have a name like that that's still around?
Well, I mean, you always have the Undertaker forever, you know. But
yeah.
If you think about it, though, I mean, I don't know that matters with somebody like that. You know, I mean, I think it's okay to have that stage name for him if you're going to use him the right way as a special attraction. The problem is the writing is not there. The writing is not correct. That's exactly how you should have that guy booked. How believable is it, really? I mean, realistically, how believable is it? You put that big ass dude in the ring, and you have these guys, you know, a half his size or a quarter his size out there just whooping his
brother.
Ass. It doesn't make sense.
I know they did the same booking with Nia Jax.
Yep.
Big people aren't intimidating in wrestling anymore. Now it's all about David overcoming Goliath every single time.
Nia should have been the female Yokozuna from the very beginning.
Exactly, man.
I think
to build a heel. How you gonna build a heel and have them lose all the time?
Well, I think the issue with Nia too, I heard somewhere back around there, is she didn't have good wrestling skills. She was hurting people.
Michael Bray made a good point too. He said, "Look at the comment, the Fiend."
All right, brother.
Yeah, I did see the Fiend, but like I said, man, he's gone now. I mean,
did I just cut him off talking? I apologize.
No, you're good. But yeah, what were we just saying? I kind of lost my train of thought when Brian flipped on that guy.
It was my brother. He was. So I have a question for you guys.
At least he has clothes on.
I wasn't trying to. Yeah, at least he has clothes on. So out of everybody that was drafted, one from Raw, one from SmackDown, who's going to make the biggest impact?
Seth Rollins and Austin Theory.
See, I say
I can go with that.
I'm gonna say the OC and Seth Rollins.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that with the OC because I think at some point you've got to get these titles really truly separated, especially with the new belt. And you've got to have people that are going to be able to carry those storylines. Right now, there isn't anybody. But if those guys would really get behind AJ and push him back in the title picture, I think there's some great opportunity there.
Well, I think too, they could actually become the next bloodline and run around and get all the belts that way.
Yep. So Robert did say in the comments here, AEW talking about gimmicks that have names that aren't people. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, the Butcher, the Blade. So they're doing it over there at AEW, but you're not seeing it very often in WWE anymore.
What about Stung?
Yeah, Stung.
Yeah, Stung.
Well, that's another one of those like the Taker. Like it's just grandfathered in. I remember what I was going to say now, Roger. You were talking about Nia Jax hurting people. I pointed this out before. I think it was in a private conversation, but you know, if you're 273 pounds like Nia Jax was, it's going to be real easy to hurt your opponents that are like 130 pounds, you know?
Well, okay, you could say that same thing, but what about Undertaker in his days? He never hurt anyone. The only one that ever happened that I can remember is when him and Brock were in Saudi Arabia. Or was it him and... Actually, I take that back. It may have been Brock and Goldberg.
So
is one of those three doing a match?
It was
it went.
Undertaker and Goldberg and Saudi.
There you go. And their match just fell to shit. And Undertaker thought if I remember correctly, Undertaker thought he'd broken his neck.
Mhm.
But that's it. That's how it goes right there. I really can't go with that and believe that, because you had Undertaker and he never hurt anybody. He was always I won't say consummate professional, but he knew what he was doing and he'd work with his guys. I think the thing with Nia Jax is, I'm not going to knock her weight or say there's anything to discount that. But there was a lot of people saying that she was injuring females because she was doing her stuff wrong. Not the fact she didn't know how to do her stuff or her weight. She was doing the moves wrong. Now I remember when we had the last female champions, Trinity now, and Mercedes Moné, whatever you want to call them now. When they left, Sasha Banks and Naomi, when they left, they said it was because of they didn't like how their characters were being pushed. But when WWE came on, they stated that those wrestlers have 8 hours of basically backstage ring time with the other people they're fighting against to work on moves and things like that. I don't think that changed from when Nia Jax was. So she had the time. It was the skills that weren't there.
As the story goes that I hear is if Nia Jax didn't accidentally bloody Becky up, she would have never become the man.
Exactly. So two things I want to say in response to what you said about The Undertaker. So for one, most of Undertaker's opponents are, 180 pounds or higher. So they're more muscular, they're more tough. Now, I'm not discrediting what you said about Nia being a bad worker, because I think it's a little 50-50. Obviously, if you make mistakes and you're heavy, it's more prone to hurt somebody. But my second point would be Nia Jax was facing women performers, and they're not necessarily as tough biologically as men are. And I don't want to go too far into that.
I agree.
That's where I want to leave it there.
Steven, I agree with that. But one thing that's different about like the Undertaker and Nia Jax is like when you got in the ring with Undertaker ran that match.
Yep.
Taker was the match leader. So he was able to control the offense and the defense part of the matches. When you put Nia Jax in the ring, she's not leading that match. She's got to keep up with the people that she's in the ring with, and she can't move. Yeah. She can't move. She has 2 bad bum knees, and she's late to every spot.
Yep.
And that's why I think she's hurting people. Now, if Nia got in the ring and she led the match and was able to pace the match her way, she'd probably hurt less people.
Yeah, agreed.
And now with the Undertaker, he never really, I guess, hurt somebody. But back in the Attitude Era, in that Highway to Hell match, he knocked Austin out. Austin didn't remember half of the match because, he knocked him out. Didn't mean to, but that was just, that's the only thing that I've heard of in the Attitude Era that has happened.
Yeah.
Also, too, though, even by the time Undertaker made it to TV, he had years and years under his belt. If you think about it, by the time he made it to television, Nia Jax, from the day she started to the day she ended, was still green.
She got the Dominic ride.
She got pushed on family name and on the Samoan bloodline and all that stuff. So, I get it. She didn't have that years of training. You didn't see her in NXT for an enormous amount of time like you see some of them. And she wasn't in WCW and then went to WWF, like in the old school days. So, I think it's a lot different. I don't think it's a fair comparison at all to compare it to The Undertaker. I know you're doing it because of the size, but yeah. I don't think that's a fair comparison whatsoever. I think you have to compare her to somebody that's really new to the business. And I think a lot of people just assumed because of where she came from and the family she came from, and maybe even her personality and her attitude was, well, we're not going to be able to teach her a whole lot because it's in her blood. She already knows it. When in reality, that's not true. And I think her going on this personal, new year, new me kind of thing, I think that'll help her a lot. And I think she can come back and she can do a lot. Now, I think her leaving WWE and then not going to AEW or not going to Impact really hurts her, because That's a lot of time of ring rust, and ring rust could be just as bad as anything else, if not worse. So I think, it'll be interesting to see what happens with her. However, if she comes back, she's lost 50 pounds. She could still be a really dominant monster in there.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was Charlotte that's been helping her drop the weight. So I think it was Charlotte. And I know it was a former colleague of hers.
It was Charlotte.
Yeah, a couple of zingers. Couple of zingers real quick in the comments. They should have brought her in as the new Mabel or Mama Viscera. And then also She Potatoes more than Idaho. That's good. And then Paige managing the Bukkake Warriors.
Yep.
Speaking of Bukkake, I used to think it was pronounced buckcake. Yeah. What were you saying, Roger? I'm sorry.
I forgot. I can't remember now. Oh wait, no, I know what it was. Last I had heard was that Nia Jax was done. She wasn't coming back at all. So that one's a new one on me. I didn't hear that.
Well, she's going through a lot of very extensive personal training, and they specifically asked her about a return, and she said she wasn't ruling anything out. And I think her family alone, the name with wrestling, I think all she has to do is say, make a phone call and she's back in. So, but again, I think she hurt herself by not going to another company. Why the hell didn't she go to Japan? I mean, think about Japan. I mean, all the talent that's gone over there over the years. And has there ever been a talent ever that went to Japan and came back that wasn't like 10 times better ever? Like, I mean, everybody that's ever gone to Japan has come back way better than when they left.
Well, and the same
without Japan.
I'd love to see Chainsaw come back. Also, The Undertaker definitely hurt Mick Foley in that King of the Ring match.
Yeah, but if you looked at it back at what The Undertaker said, he didn't want to do the match anyway like that because he was worried.
Yeah, I know. I just figured I had to throw that in there as a cheap shot.
Well, also, too, speaking of that, also, if you think about it, Mick Foley's lucky to be alive after that. Not the spot with the table off the top. I mean, I know that they figured they could do that, and I get it. But the spot where he fell through that cage, if he'd have landed directly on his head, I mean, think about that.
That'd have been over. Yep.
Oh man, and he would have been killed.
Yeah,
and that was the other
280-pound guy too when that happened.
Well,
yeah, that was the other thing. They didn't expect that till they started hearing the claps busting, and then all of a sudden there he goes.
Well, and how high did they say that was? I think it was like 30 feet in the air or something.
Yeah, that was like 20 or 30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, something crazy. Well, so you got to remember.
I think it was 16.
16 feet above the ring.
But it might have been considered 20 because he was picked up by by Undertaker. Because I remember vividly they said that the cage was 16 feet.
Yep, right. 16 feet high. You're right.
So with Taker picking him up.
But then they're already 10 or 12 feet in the air because the top of the ring post is 10 or 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, you get people out there, you get giants out there standing next to it, and it's 3 feet taller than them. So it's got to be at least 10 feet, right? The top of the ring post. And then it's probably got to be at least another 10 or 15 feet above the ring post. So, I mean, roughly from the very top. What do you think? 25, 30 feet roughly from the top?
Roughly, yeah.
Give or take, yeah.
But he also landed on the ring, which is like 3 feet off the ground. So.
Correct. He did, which saved his life ultimately, because if he had landed on the floor like that,
oh, yeah, he would have been gone.
Killed him,
Yeah, he'd have been gone.
But
he's lucky that chair only knocked his tooth out.
Yeah,
and took his neck.
Didn't hit him in the damn head or catch him in the temple or anything else. Because I mean, you think about it like that. What a tragedy. Avoided. Even though he still has lifetime problems from that match, but it's like, think about the tragedy that could have been. And it was only 13 months later when, or maybe not even that, maybe 11 months later. You had the Owen Hart thing where Owen passes from falling. So
I was just about to say that would have ended up being another Owen Hart right after it happened to Owen Hart. So one thing I want.
Owen was 11 months after that.
Got you.
That's what I was saying, because that was June of '98, and Owen died in May of '99. So, But I mean, can you imagine if he had died in June of '98 and then all of a sudden Owen dies in May of '99? I mean, what the hell? Wow. Yeah, just think about how close that was. But I know I'm kind of going backwards with the conversation, but it's just insane to think about.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to mention, where the Nia Jax and ring rust, how do we feel about the Eva not getting really, from what I can tell, nothing at all except talking with promos with the Schism? It doesn't like she's being pushed at all to go anywhere.
She don't need to be, in my opinion.
Are we talking about Eva Marie?
How are you? No, we're talking about the Rock's daughter, Eva.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or Ava.
Ava Rain or whatever.
Yeah. You're at some point going to want to bring her up to the Raw or SmackDown. She's not just there to sit there. But it doesn't seem like they're giving her, she's not fighting against anybody. All she does is talk promos with the Schism. At least that I've seen.
They're not even letting her really have a match.
That's my point. So,
but don't you think a lot of that is Sean getting her prepared for the next level? Like, I think there's a massive expectation for her. And
here's the thing with that, though. Wouldn't it make sense to at least put her in 1 or 2 matches?
But she might be, during the week, during the training center, when it's not NXT Live, she may be wrestling matches every single day. But they may be focused on how do we make her the next major mouthpiece, especially for the women's division, because she's already at a slight disadvantage because you don't ever think about women being the talkers in wrestling like men are, because there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of great female talkers in wrestling. And I think a lot of that has to do with the way they're pushed. I don't think they push them that way, but I have a feeling that a lot of that is Sean building her up to be that next big mouthpiece. And maybe she's wrestling every day of the week, but we just don't see it. I have a feeling there's a lot of expectations there, and I think that's a lot of it. But I see what you're saying, but I think there's a lot of things that we're not seeing and we don't know with that, because I feel like their expectation is you already have Charlotte, which she's still active, and they already consider the greatest of all time. But then what happens when the Rock's daughter emerges? You know what I mean? So I think there's some pre-planning for a major build-up there.
I hope it is, because like I said, I can't remember seeing her in the ring at all.
Welcome in, Nicola. Welcome in, Don. Welcome in, Joey White.
Yeah, Joey thinks Grayson Waller shouldn't be put on SmackDown.
Oh, I love that.
I love Grayson Waller.
I think he's one of, since we're talking talkers, I think he's one of the great talkers. So yeah, and his wrestling skills are very good as well. So I think it was a good move.
So if you put Grayson Waller in the ring with LA Knight, it would be.
Oh my gosh. So
that's what I was just going to bring up was you already have a great talker on SmackDown, LA Knight. That dude needs to get pushed hardcore.
Yeah.
And Theory.
Exactly.
Mike too.
I think I'm upset that they didn't send LA Knight to Raw.
I've said this numerous times, and so have you guys. I see Gunther or Walter, whatever he's called, getting a huge push this year. But at the same time, somebody's got to take that belt off his hand.
Whatever his name is this week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
All right, let's get into the Backlash predictions. That way we can kind of stay on course.
Hell yeah.
First up, we'll start with the least exciting match of the night.
Hey, can we keep track of these, Steven? Can we keep track of these to see who picks who? Because last time I know we did it and everybody was predicting all over the place.
I got you. So we're trying to. You want to try to keep score or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let me get the shit. All right. I'll type it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. I almost forgot her name.
Bianca.
I'm going to go this route. I believe it's Bianca. I don't like it because for me, they've been pushing Bianca too much. I think it's time for a new fresh face with that belt. I hope it's Io Sky. I just don't see it. I'd hope, but I don't see it's going to happen.
I don't think you switch belts 1 week after you do the draft. So I think it stays on Bianca.
I agree on that part as well. I don't like it. She's been getting a push for almost 2 years now. Same thing as Roman Reigns. At some point, you got to get it up.
lot of people in the comments saying Bianca as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Bianca.
what do you think, man?
It's gonna be Bianca.
All right, so Kev picks Bianca. Kyle picks.
And it might not be a pinfall. It might be a disqualification if Damage Control gets involved.
Hey, Kyle, we're not going for extra points.
Listen, man, cut him some slack, okay? All right, Brian, what do you think, man?
So I'm gonna pick Bianca. So what happens when Rhea and Bianca both win? Do they just switch belts or what?
Yep.
Well, I like they kind of did a couple years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is
That blue
lame.
looks so good on Rhea.
Lame.
Yeah, Bianca all day.
I'm picking Bianca too because I feel like there's not going to be two major title changes for the women's division at this card.
Yeah, I agree.
There's
like I said, I don't like it, but I agree.
There's some good matches on this card, and we're still on this match.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Cody versus Brock Lesnar.
Cody, I think you got to put Cody over.
Yeah, the question is he going to get put over? Brock's not one to put people over, so.
I'm picking Cody as well. Roger, what do you think, man?
I'm going with Cody because of my heart, but I think Brock's going to smash him.
That's not really an answer.
No, I said I'm going with Cody.
Don't give him any more of your answer, Roger. We're not going for extra credit around here.
Yeah, there's no extra credit here.
Yeah, don't give him any more than your prediction. He don't need it.
Kyle, what do you think, man?
Brad Howard said in the comments that Cody goes over clean. I don't see that.
Brock Lesnar.
No, I don't see that.
I don't see that
Kyle
either.
picks Brock Lesnar. Yeah, a couple. Looks like one person picked Brock in the comments.
I'm going with Brock. I'm going with Brock.
So you think Cody's just going to lose all momentum after WrestleMania here? He's just going to get his ass beat.
I think
all the way to SummerSlam.
So,
actually, yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I'm going to change mine to Brock. Yeah.
I think they're going to do something with that new title, and I think they're going to do like a tournament deal. And I think they're going to make it seem like Cody just can't win the big one, and that's how they're going to push him. So,
okay, got you.
Hell of a storyline right there.
Kev, who do you pick, man?
I wasn't going for extra credit, but I knew somebody would question why I would pick Brock. I tell you what, though, I'm actually looking forward to watching this. Like, I'm going to sit down and watch this whole event just because, like, I think this is really interesting. You know, and it's been a long time that I can really honestly say I wanted to sit down and watch an entire event.
Yeah, actually, Kev, I already got your pick. You picked Cody. Brian, who do you pick, man?
So I think Brock Lesnar's going to win. I think they're going to try and make Cody obviously earn his title shot, and I think Brock's going to beat him.
All right, so we got 4 of us voting Brock and 2 of us sticking with Cody. Me and Kev are picking Cody. As long as Kev doesn't change his mind right now.
I'm thinking about it, but I'm sticking with Cody. The reason I'm thinking about it because I can see where Brock would win, and then they would, like Will said, and then because Will made a great point, and then have the rematch for the championship, and then Cody beats Brock. But I'm still going with Cody. I'm not changing.
But see, here's the thing too: Brock Lesnar's a free agent, so even if
he can go either way.
Even if he were to lose, he could go.
I like this commenter's explanation. The reason Brock's winning is because of Suplex City.
Fair enough.
Fair. That's a fair statement.
We'll see. We'll see who's right after Saturday.
There's a lot of really good comments tonight, guys. A lot of really good comments. A lot of people are really engaged tonight. So thank you guys for that in the comment section. I appreciate that.
All right, next up we've got Seth versus Omos. I appreciate it too. I'm just trying to multitask, taking down all this stuff.
Yeah.
Seth versus Omos, like we were saying earlier, Omos just get a job out. So I'm picking Seth wins.
Seth for me.
Yep.
Seth for me.
Seth for me too.
And everybody sucks. And it sucks because they really should do something with the Nigerian Giant, guys.
Yeah. So is everyone picking Seth?
Yeah, I don't even get this match.
I know. I forgot
about it. How did this match even come about?
They just
That's what I'm saying. Omos is a waste of time.
Do you remember when they used to explain matches to us and like have a build up and stuff? Like there's just nothing. They're just like, this guy's going to face this guy because. Great point.
Yeah.
Great point, Kyle. There's no build up or anything. It makes no
sense.
It's
Backlash for a reason. They dropped WrestleMania Backlash because they haven't done shit with any of the WrestleMania rivalries. So they dropped WrestleMania Backlash off of it. Now it's just Backlash. And then you got two guys wrestling that haven't even been in the ring together in like 2 months, if that.
Yeah, I was about to say the last time they did a promo was like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? That's why I forgot this shit was even happening.
Yeah.
If Seth loses, I'll start liking Orange Cassidy. That's what Joey said in the comments.
That's gross.
Another commenter says Omos is getting pushed. Seth's putting over Omos, taking one for the team.
Yeah, no way. Push Omos right off the ship.
They'd be taking one for the generation.
I'm not changing my pick. I'm still going with Seth, but it is possible that Logan Paul shows up and screws him out of it.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh, God, Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't even think about that one.
You just made my night worse, son of a bitch.
God damn it, Steven.
But, that would be a WrestleMania Backlash thing, and like you guys were saying, they took that off.
It's even more possible Logan Paul shows up with a Pokemon card.
That is possible.
Hit Seth in the head with it?
Yeah.
A Charizard.
With a hard protector case on it? I can see that.
Yeah.
Another commenter says Omos needs to go to NXT.
He needs to go.
He needs.
Sean would fire his ass. He'd be like, "I'm sorry, brother, but hold on, let me look over here because I can't see you. Wait, now you're over here.
Wrong.
That's terrible.
That's messed up.
Kyle paid me to say that, just so you guys know. All right, so everyone picked Seth. Let's go ahead and move on.
Please.
And now we have the same match that we've been seeing as the main event on Raw since WrestleMania in some mixed form, whether it be 1-on-1 or 2-on-2. We've got Riddle and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline.
Bloodline and Solo Sikoa scores the pinfall.
Hey, we're not asking for any extra points.
Hey, not extra credit here.
Extra credit.
We don't do extra credit here.
You got me. But I'm saying they're pushing Solo, and I can definitely see Solo winning this. And, I'm going Bloodline.
I'm going Bloodline.
All right, Roger, you picking Bloodline too. I'm going to pick the Bloodline because it's not a title match, obviously, because it's 3-on-3. So I feel like since the Usos have been losing a lot or it's been ending from DQ or whatever, they're going to give them the win. So I picked the Bloodline as well. What about, all right, who's next? Kyle or Kev?
Bloodline.
Bloodline. Okay. Brian?
I'm going to go with Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Riddle.
Had to be different.
We just need to mute Brian's mic the rest of the night.
There's always one.
I think Solo is going to spike.
Me too.
One of the brothers. I think he's going to turn on him.
You think so?
Oh, actually, yeah. That's a very good point. If you look at the storyline building up.
Well, if you see what
that's
it was
actually a very good point.
He was supposed to do it to him, but he got interfered by Riddle.
We think he was supposed to do it to him.
I believe looking at how that was supposed to play out last week, it looked like he was divided, but knew what his job was supposed to be, but he was sitting there holding back because he was divided by it. And then Riddle came out and attacked him.
Someone in the comments said Randy shows up and joins the Bloodline. I doubt it.
No.
No.
Cameron's with Brian on his pick.
I am
still
too,
talking
by the
about
way.
Omos here. He's really Puerto Rican and joined Savio and Los Borgias. Biggest pop of the night. I doubt it. Joey says Team KO for the win. Riddle for the win. Got a pick for the Bloodline. Someone else picking KO, Sami Zayn. So it's very mixed on this match. I know it's going to be a good match because it's got the fucking Usos in it and Kevin Owens. I mean, everybody in this match is good wrestling. So, it's going to be 30 minutes of some stuff, and then it's going to be probably a shit finish. Kev, who did you pick?
KO.
Okay. So Brian and Kev are picking Sami Zayn's team, and then everybody else picked the Bloodline.
I'm a fan of everybody in this match except for Riddle.
That's a shame, man.
Bro.
Riddle is such a
bro.
Hate him.
I like Riddle.
All right, let's move on.
That was the best time in wrestling when he was gone for 3 months.
Wow.
7 matches on this card, and I'm actually interested in 6 of 7. This is probably going to steal the night, I think.
That's going to be a great match.
That's going to be an awesome match.
Versus Theory versus Lashley.
I'm giving it to Bronson Reed.
All right, Roger's picking Bronson Reed.
I'm going to go with Bronson Reed as well.
I'm going to go Theory only because they just did the draft, and I don't think they're going to change belts right after the draft.
Nope.
So I'm going to go Theory.
I think that's going to be the shock as to why is Bronson Reed's going to take it because of that fact. Everybody's expecting it not to.
I'm a huge Bronson fan.
Me too.
It's not like Bronson Reed and Theory are a new thing once they go to SmackDown, though. They've been feuding on Raw for a minute, so
that's why I think that's going to happen. It's not so much the shock of it changing because it's right off of WrestleMania. I think it's the fact that it's just time and it'll shock people. Everybody expects it to stay.
So I'm picking Theory to win, but I would love for Bronson Reed to actually win. I'd love to be wrong on this one, but I'm picking Theory. So me and Will are picking Theory. Roger and Kyle, you pick Bronson. Brian and Kev, what do you think?
Theory.
Picking Theory.
Theory.
And Kev picks Theory. All right. So no Lashley love tonight.
Nope.
No.
I think he's pretty much a jobber now. He hasn't been doing good at all.
He wasn't even on the WrestleMania card.
Nope. The only thing he did at WrestleMania was show his trophy. That's it.
Hey man, that's more than what Baron Corbin got.
That's very true.
Bum ass Corbin.
Joey says Lashley wins, but Austin won't be pinned. Okay, so he's going to beat Bronson. Theory is going to keep that title. I agree, Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at least we got one person in the comments that thinks Lashley's going to win.
Did Lashley get traded to SmackDown or Raw? Or was he on Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Okay.
SmackDown.
Okay.
Everybody pick for this one? Yeah, we did. Okay. Keep it chugging along here. All right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, good Lord.
My sweet precious.
Rhea.
You see it.
Rhea.
All you can think is, oh, my God. Sorry.
Rhea, hands down.
Buddy Murphy's a lucky guy.
Lucky guy.
So is everyone picking Rhea Ripley here?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Hands down.
All right. So
a good push for Zelina, though, I guess. But
I mean, she's hot as hell. I just love Rhea.
This is a high fan by fan match for Zelina Vega.
So I want you guys to see this right here. I wrote it down. Everyone picked Rhea Ripley except Steve. He picked Zelina Vega because I think Zelina Vega is going to win.
What the hell, Steve?
What is wrong with you, Steve?
I'll tell you what's wrong with me, man.
You love her?
I don't love her, but I mean, all they've been saying, they've been building her up and saying, like, if you believe you can win, you can, and all that shit. I think she's actually going to win it.
No.
And then what do you think they're going to do with Rhea? Put her in the world title contention?
Listen, all right. My friend actually at the gym last night pointed this out to me because we were talking wrestling. It makes the treadmill time go by way faster when we do that. He thinks that, for what it's worth, he thinks that Zelina will win and Io Sky will win. Rhea will switch brands, Bianca will switch brands, and then they'll have to feud with the other, with Zelina and Io to win their belts back.
That's just stupid.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Is your friend named MJF?
No, he's named. That's assault, brother. All right, so everyone.
Let's move on. We're on track. Let's move on.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is the final one of the card here. The San Juan Street Fight.
Damian Priest.
Priest all the way.
Priest versus
Damian Priest.
Gotta be Priest. It better be Priest.
I'm saying Bad Bunny. He's not losing in his hometown.
I can't pick Bunny. I don't want that to happen. I'm afraid.
I'm taking Bad Bunny.
Isn't Damian from Puerto Rico too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he's a dick. You can't.
If I remember correctly, they used to. If I remember correctly, they used to live like down the street from each other or something like that. They were good friends growing up.
You're best friends, yeah.
Listen, like I said, it's ninja code. Okay, you can't be a dick and win in your hometown. It just doesn't work that way.
We'll see.
I'm picking Bad Bunny.
If they're gonna give Damian a push, they cannot start it off with him losing to Bad Bunny.
Agreed.
Yep, agreed.
LWO will interfere. I like whoever commented that. That's what I'm thinking. And it, wow. I mean, because
that would be interesting.
Fight. It's a street fight, so they can.
Well, you could turn that the other way. The
Judgment Day, yeah,
would jump that way too.
Dominic will walk out there and they'll boo so fucking loud that the cameras will stop working.
Oh,
you won't be able to see from how loud the people are.
Let me talk about my deadbeat dad. Shut up,
dude. You guys see him on? Did you guys see him on Raw this week? They booed him so loud that he like almost cracked up.
Yeah,
if they boo that loud there, all the internet towers and shit will just fall because you got to remember it's a little island, so all that shit will just collapse. It'd be like an earthquake. It'll be on the Richter scale.
Actually,
I feel like that's expensive.
While you're talking like that, back in let's see, it would have been 2017, 16. When Puerto Rico got hit by that big hurricane,
yeah,
we went over there to help them reestablish everything, and yeah, it was a mess. So if they have power and internet back up, I'm happy for them.
Dom is the most over wrestler right now. I agree. I hope their power and internet doesn't go out because I'm going to be watching that shit on the Peacock. All right, so Will, who are you picking?
Damian Priest.
Said.
Damian Priest. Oh, okay. Let's see. I got 4 out of 6 here. Kyle, who did you pick?
Damian.
All right. And Roger.
Damian all the way.
All right. So me and Brian pick Bad Bunny, and everyone else picks Damian Priest.
Yep.
It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to get a fake ass belt made, and whoever wins the pay-per-view, we gotta ship the belt to them.
I'm game for that one, as you can tell. I got belts everywhere.
You can be the prediction champion. All right, and that's it for Backlash.
Good.
So, either way, it's gonna be a good show.
I hope.
Can't wait. We only got 2 days. Which
Robert Burdick said, "My nephew's father was in that earthquake." What earthquake?
It hit. I thought it was a tsunami, but Puerto Rico.
That's a hurricane.
It may have been.
That's a hurricane, though. That's not an earthquake.
Yeah.
I think it actually was an earthquake, actually, to be honest with you. I can't remember what it was because our unit went for natural disasters. Didn't matter what it was.
No,
so I can't remember exactly what it was.
It was a hurricane because Trump was the president and they sent over all those supplies. And remember, they all rotted under the tents and stuff. I
was there.
Yeah, it was a big hurricane that come through. Remember, it was like a Cat 5, and they hadn't had one, and they sent over, just tons and tons of supplies, and the shit all just sat under the tents and ruined.
Yep.
Someone said they got hit by both in the past few years.
Yeah.
So his house was
Puerto Rico's not the best place right now. They keep getting smashed, and it sucks. They're great people.
So now Robert said his place was completely flooded. I don't know. I would challenge somebody in the comments to look that up because I don't remember the earthquake being there, but I do remember the big hurricane.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the docket today, we have the Rey Mysterio and Kevin Nash thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on, bro. Play it. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't have the clip uploaded. I just have the picture. Will wanted to take a minute and talk we want to do a new segment called The Historical Moment with Willy H. So, Will, I'm going to let you take the floor. I've got both images here for you, so you just let me know.
Yeah, I think it's extremely important that we get back to this, and I've done it in the past on the previous podcasts and stuff, and, it's really important to get the old school stuff in there. So this kind of came up from my father-in-law this morning. He texted me and asked me if I had heard an interview by Ric Flair on the Joe Rogan show. And I said, no, I hadn't heard it specifically, but I've seen a billion, Ric Flair interviews. So I ended up looking it up. I watched it, I listened to it, and it kind of inspired me to bring back the idea of doing the historical moment. And so today's historical moment happened in May of 1995. It happened at the Bayfront Center in St. Pete, Florida. Really, really cool, kind of build up to it with the storylines. The big feud at the time was Hogan and Vader, and Flair had been basically put out of wrestling by Hogan in a career-ending match at the Halloween Havoc in '94. And they reinstated Ric Flair to come back for this event at Slamboree. And, it was a really big deal that this match was going to take place because it was Macho Man and Hogan versus Flair and Vader. And everybody thought it would kind of end the feud between Hogan and Vader, which it did not, because those two guys would go on to face in a cage at the Bash at the Beach in '95. But, this match alone, if you go back and watch it, you talk about wrestling history. I mean, just true wrestling history. The basic good guys versus bad guys, Macho Man and Hogan versus Vader and Flair. And this really was Vader and Flair and Savage and Hogan at their absolute best. The whole card was really good. There's a lot of great matches. You had Paul Orndorff and Muta in a match. You had Arn Anderson and Alex Wright in a match. The Harlem Heat versus the Nasty Boys for the tag titles. Just the whole card, like if you look at it, you'd go, this sounds like a really good event to watch. Like it's a really good overall event. Little less than 3 hours. The main event match, I can tell you the entrances to the main event match really kind of take longer than the actual match does. But the actual match itself is very, very good. Can you show the next picture, Steven? So right here alone, I mean, just look at the history and the world titles and the Hall of Fame, everything else that are in that ring right there. I mean, Ric Flair, Macho Man, Vader, and Hogan, absolutely awesome. So I would encourage everybody to go back and watch this. I'm not going to tell you how it ends or who wins or anything. I will tell you that the Vader-Hogan feud continued, and the Macho Flair feud actually started in WCW at this point, even though they had had a prior feud in WWF. This really started their WWF feud or WCW feud. So really, really good stuff. Go back and watch it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Definitely leave some comments if you remember anything about it or whatever. But we'll continue to talk about historical moments going forward. But I would really encourage all of you to check it out on the Peacock.
I will. Yeah. All right. With the historical moment out of the way, I think it's time that we move into some heel talk. And I know I have one topic here. It's kind of shared. We had mentioned it a couple of times before. And, we're talking about when you get an 8x10 photo signed, it's this amount of money. But if you want something else signed, it's this amount of money. Right here, if you look at the fine print, I'm going to zoom in here. Listed price, which is $80 for a Daniel Bryan autograph, which I think is way too high. Listed prices for a signed 8x10 photo. There may be an additional charge for premium items, figures, belts, etc. What they mean by there may be, that means
there will be.
There will be.
Yeah.
Also, $90 for a photo op. Dude, I would pay $90 to take a photo with Jesus. You know what I mean?
Not to mention the other picture. Can you flip to the other picture and then come back to this one?
Yeah,
I got you. Not to mention to get in the damn door, just to get in the door is $70 per person. And if you look at the children that are able to go in, it's like, I don't know, 4 and under are free. After that, you're paying $70 per person to get in. So this is one thing that we always talk about so much is, going to these conventions and paying these prices, look just to get in the door, and then it's not a family experience anymore. I have 4 children and a wife. So 6 of us at $70 a pop to get in the door.
$420.
is insane. You know, I mean, we could go to a theme park for that. And then on top of that, to go meet anyone we want to meet, you're paying a minimum of $40-$50 just to get a regular photo sign. If you want to get a figure sign, every single one of those talent that's going to be there is listed just like that, where prices may exceed if you have a premium item. So I would really, really encourage you guys, and I know Steven and I talked about this too, don't support these things. Don't go out and do this stuff. Don't do it. Don't waste your money. You know, there's a lot of other opportunity to get these guys and to get their autographs and do different things. Don't give in to these people.
Yeah, because it's fucking bullshit, man.
It is.
$80 for an 8x10. You could probably get 2 or 3 decent autographs for the same amount of money at that same convention.
Yep.
Not only that, you got to add in the $70 to get in, right? And then you add in the 80 for the 8x10. Now you're at 150. You're at Hogan level for a Daniel Bryan autograph.
God forbid you get the combo, which only saves you $10.
Yeah, you're at that point you're above Hogan level.
I can't imagine someone paying $230 just for themselves to have a photo and an auto and to get into the convention to meet Bryan Danielson. He's not. I always felt like he was kind of overrated, man. I never liked his moveset other than that submission he did. Which I can't even remember the name of it.
The Yes Lock.
The Yes Lock, yeah. So
again, speaking of my father-in-law, he's actually in the chat right now. He just came in. So shout out to my father-in-law, Mark Alvarez. He actually gave me the idea for the historical moment today that I was talking about. So shout out to him. Great guy.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, Mark.
Yeah, this shit just pisses me off. And, you know, because like I pointed out last time we had this conversation about, you know, charging you more for other items. Dude, it's not like he has to try harder to fucking write his name on a fucking belt or a fucking figure box. It's the same effort. It's just like when you, I don't know, buy 3 pizzas, they still come in the same bag, but the delivery guy somehow deserves more money. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Right. Exactly.
Well, it's the same thing. I'm glad you mentioned that about the belts, because as you guys can see behind me, I'm a belt collector. And I do my best to get all my belts signed by the people who held them. And it's the same thing I'm coming across now. It's only autographs, flat, or whatever. It never mentions belt. So one, you either try to send your belt in and they say, well, that person's not accepting belt, or you go in and it's a huge upcharge.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but at some point, the universe.
We've talked about it for how long now? That it's not cool to support this stuff, because the more we support it, the more they're going to continue to do it. And we talked about this over and over. In Indianapolis, when we were there, we were literally, I think, the only vendors there that were not upcharging for other stuff. And it's ridiculous.
I don't normally order 3 pizzas. Someone in the comments was asking why I order 3 pizzas. So if I have like a group of friends over to watch a game or a wrestling event, sometimes I will order 3 pizzas. But I used to work.
That's Timmy Trevino giving you shit.
Yeah. I'll get to his ass later. But we got some member photos to show for him later on. But I used to work at a pizza place too, and the delivery drivers would bitch about that all the time. They'd be like, "This order was $60 and they only gave me $3." I'm like, dude, it's the same amount of effort. It's not like the pizza weighed your car down and made you use more gas. It's not like you had to carry 2 bags with you. It was the same effort that you would have had with anybody else. So just be happy that you got $3, man. But that's also a different circumstance. But what I was going to say is, like, at some point the universe had a shift, and now it just seems like everybody wants to fucking screw you over for the max amount of money, and people are just like willingly putting up with it. And I don't know why. Like, do people just want to let it escalate until we're paying $150 for a James Ellsworth autograph?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Okay, you got 2 of the best, you could say, in the entire wrestling biz for the last 30 plus years, with The Undertaker and Ric Flair. Now I can send a belt in for Ric Flair to sign, and it's only going to cost me, depending on the places I've seen, is $159 to $200. Undertaker's is like $250. So that goes to the point of value of the person that's signing. Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to pay something for Bryan Danielson even though I don't like him.
Well,
I'm still not going to spend.
Ultimately, what Steven just said was to go in and get a combo and the entrance into the event. You're paying the same amount for a Daniel Bryan 8x10 signed photo as you are for an Undertaker, and there's no comparison between those two.
None.
Yeah. This commenter says the. Oh, go ahead, Kev.
I was just going to put my opinion on some heel talk here, and I guess you can say it's a cheap pop for the Tag Champs live event. I don't really care because, I'm there and I buy from them, so it's the best place to buy. But by the time, they sell that you can get Danielson from them for under $100 or under for what he's charging. And the thing of it is, some people are like, oh, but I want to meet him. These bastards don't want to meet you. I drove to Chillicothe and met Sting, and he didn't even fucking say hi to me. I gave him my thing. He signed it. He said, is this your pen? I said, yeah. Handed it to me. I was gone.
Yeah.
Don't fall for these people.
You mean Stung?
You can get their autographs without driving and going. There's other people that do that and help out small businesses. That's just my opinion.
There's one comment in the chat that I want to make. I want to provide some clarity on, because I'm not going to argue with this point, because it's a friend of mine and I respect him very much. But Dan Gleason says, problem is, in this industry, people are trying to make a living off of it, and you can't. So they try and take advantage of us. So let me make a couple points with that. Number one, you absolutely can make a living off of it, because I've been doing it for years. But you have to do it the right way, and you have to do it where you take care of customers, and you have to buy and sell merchandise for a profit. I mean, that's the way you do it. But not everybody can do that. So I see Dan's point that not everybody can do that, but it is possible to do that, because I'm living proof, and I've been doing it very, very well for a while. But the thing is, not everybody's doing that. I think a lot of people are trying to do that, and because they're trying to do that, they're selling a lot of bogus stuff, and they're just kind of, effing people over with a lot of their stuff they're doing. And paying all that money when, somebody like us, our group has already gone and got, 50 or 100 autographs of this person, and we're turning around and selling it for 30 or 40 bucks, and we're taking the stuff and getting it certified for you, really doesn't make sense to me. And I had that conversation with Ricky Smith yesterday, a member of our group, long-term member of our group, and a great guy, great friend of ours too. And we had that same conversation. He has 2 little boys and a wife, and he was basically telling me that the amount of money it would cost to take them to the event, it just wasn't worth it. So he was going to go alone and get some stuff done. So, by the way, shout out to Ricky Smith, great guy, great friend of ours. So go ahead, Steven.
Hey, gone.
So Steven's gone. So yes, Dan, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I that's what I was saying, that, I think there's multiple ways of looking at it. So Dan Gleason said, you were an OG and that's why you're still in business, by taking care of us. Absolutely. So, yes. I've made sure that I took care of everybody along the way, and so my admin team as well. So definitely shout out to Dan Gleason, long-term member. I think Dan's been following me probably since the first time I ever went live. So definitely shout out to him. But not everybody can do this, and it's a lot of work. It's not just you grab some stuff and put it up and hope everybody buys it. It is a lot of work. You can ask these guys, my admin team right here. Half of them are in the chat right here, and half of them are live on the screen, and they can tell you it is a ton of work, but it's a lot of fun, and it really can be profitable. So, but you have to do it the right way. So welcome back, Steven.
Yeah, sorry about that. There was a huge fucking bug on my ceiling, and I had to send him to bug heaven. By bug heaven, I mean sewer hell.
Yep. So PETA has been notified.
Right. So in closing, all I want to say about this, I get a lot of negative comments on YouTube because I make fun of resellers all the time in the video game industry. Because I was just thinking about, how people go and they clean out these stores of these figures and then they sell them for like $30, $40 markups online. People always say, if you don't like it, then don't buy it. You're not being forced to buy it. But here's the thing. If you're a collector, more than likely you're a completionist. So you want to have every figure, and you're basically getting strong-armed out of your money because some dickhead doesn't want to work a regular job. That's the way I see it. But with that being said, Will, there's a right and wrong way to be a reseller, and you definitely do it a lot better than 99% of these guys.
He's the best out there.
Yeah. That goes for everybody in TRC as well. Nobody in TRC is bending people over. They're giving you fair market price.
Not only that, but just a little shout out to our team, all the admin team, every one of them. Who has more comments on a live than we do?
That's
Nobody.
true.
Nobody.
Exactly.
Who has more engagement in a group than we do? Nobody.
Nobody.
So that's a shout out. That's a shout out to our team. That's a shout out to our admins. That's not just me and what I'm doing, but it took me forever to get to the team that we have to really. We've had a lot of different people on the team, but the thing is, it wasn't easy. It took a long time, but again, you're looking at like Tuesday night wasn't the greatest night we've ever had, but we had over 1,100 comments.
Sure did.
And we had umpteen shares and hundreds of views watched us live.
Hundreds of tags.
Yeah, you realize how humbling it is to realize that you're being shared in every single state in the country. And if you look at the metrics, it literally will show you every single state in the country where you're reaching. I mean, that's very humbling that we have somebody in all 50 states in the country that literally is watching us as we go live. And not only that, we have other, people in other countries watching us too. So that's extremely humbling. And I think a lot of people out there really forget that stuff and they're not appreciative. And there's so many people out there that don't say thank you. And you can go back and watch our lives and listen to us talk. And unless, we're in a huge hurry and we somehow forget it, every time you make a bid or every time you buy an item or every time, we close out an auction on something, we say thank you. And, we're available damn near 24 hours a day to talk to people when they have questions about stuff. What marker should I use on this? Go find Kevin Callahan and ask him about the marker conversations he and I have had. Or Melissa Lusk, ask her about the marker conversations I've had with her. So, there's so many of those out there that we've had. And we've literally trained and taught so many people how to make their items look great. And then, they'll send us a message and say, man, you were right. That blue really pops, or that green is incredible, or whatever. And it's transformed a whole generation of collectors where, 5, 6, 7 years ago, it wasn't like this at all. When 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe a little longer, 2015, 2016, somewhere there, if you had a question about paint markers and you're like, hey, I'm curious what paint marker I should use on these figures or these cards or whatever, you just got crickets. Nobody would answer. Or if you asked, hey, I'd like to get my certified. I want to know if it's real, or I want to get it at least authenticated so I can sell it or whatever. It was crickets, man. Nobody would talk to you about any of that stuff. So you had to learn that stuff on your own. I can't tell you, some of you guys know this already, but I can't tell you how many pieces of merchandise that I destroyed with paint markers because I didn't know what the hell I was doing until I learned it on my own. And the thing I would do to learn it on my own, this is a true story. Again, some of you already know this. I might be wasting your time, but I would take like a figure, right? And it would be a figure that I wanted to open. So I'd rip that bad boy open, kind of like this right here. I would just kind of rip that.
Brian, close your eyes, baby.
Rip it open, right? Like I just ripped that bad boy right out of the package. But then I would take the front of the package and I would take a marker and be like, all right, instead of jacking up my $300 Hogan Pop, let me just, you know what I mean? And I would kind of go from there. And that's what I would do. And that's how I learned to do it. Because back then, nobody would teach you jack. They wouldn't help you. No one cared. Same thing with certification. I had to look up and look up and look up until I figured out how to get something certified. And then finally I did. And I was like, I'm not mailing all my shit in. I'm going to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And one other point that I want to make real quick in regards to, TRC. Yeah, part of it is a business. People do sell items here, but this podcast, for example, we're doing this for two reasons. Like, one, because we all like to get together and hang out, but we don't have to like broadcast that, and that goes to the second point. We're doing this because we want to be a community of wrestling collectors and fans and engage with you guys and have conversations about everything that we love, which is wrestling. And, it's not because we're copying anyone else that has their own show or anything like that. We're doing it because we want to engage and be a community with you guys.
Yeah, and that's why we have the chat. We have the chat. We have our, everybody loves our TRC chat. We get to know each other and
especially during premium live events or pay-per-views. I still hate calling it PLE, but
so
we're lighting it up on the comments.
So on that chat, and I brought this up a couple days ago, maybe, but for anybody out there that's starting in a collectibles, or anybody has questions, I'm telling you right now, our member chat, you have the accessibility of all the admins to ask any questions, anything. You don't get that at other pages. You don't, you might be able to send a message to somebody and you hear back 3-4 days later. With us, it's like somebody's answering right away.
Yeah.
So, if anybody is on the fence and joining that chat, or you guys don't know what to ask or who to ask, just bring it up in the chat and someone will answer it right away. So
hell yeah.
And it's just all free stuff. I mean, you're never gonna have to pay for a consult or anything like that. Just helping you out.
Exactly.
But with that being said, do we have anything else we want to do for Hill Talk? Kyle, Kev, Roger, anything grinding the gears?
I have more for Hill Talk, obviously after yesterday's comment, but I think you did a really good job of covering it, honestly, with saying nobody's copying anybody. I'll say this: when you're leading the pack, there's always going to be people that have silly comments, and there's a lot of people that wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for things that we've done for them. So I think they need to consider that and think through that. And there's a lot of people that we're respectful to and we respect, and I hope that it's reciprocated. How's that?
And also,
that's pretty damn good, right?
The idea of having a wrestling podcast is not a new fucking idea.
No.
It's been around for decades. Well, maybe not decades, but, there's talk shows, all that. Discussions about wrestling has been around forever. So, yeah. I guess that's it for Heel Talk. Huh? We move into show and tell.
Well, that's it for Heel Talk because I calmed way down.
Yeah. I got a little mad earlier about the Daniel Bryan thing, but the reason that I get mad about it isn't because of Daniel Bryan, because I don't give a shit anyways. I'm not mad because I want to go meet Daniel Bryan, because I don't.
Can you mute my mic, because I'm going to rip this out of the package.
Yeah, I got you. Hold up. All right, you're good. But yeah, just in general, man, because it's a bad trend moving forward for dealing with signings and autographs and photos and all that. But let's go ahead. We'll move into show and tell. Who wants to go first for show and tell this week?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Brian, then Roger.
All right, so I got this from Ben, these couple things. So first I got an OG Razor Ramon promo.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It is.
Then I got one of these from Ben.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it would have been better if it was signed, but, you can only get these
when they bought them,
Halloween
man, it was great.
So, yeah, that's pretty badass. So I was going through my stuff earlier, and I came across a package from Jessica Hudson that I never opened up. But I didn't know I had this. I got this from William. I don't know when I got it, but pretty awesome.
Dude, that's awesome. It had to have been in the last month or two, because I remember him having it up.
No, it was longer than that.
Okay. Well, I remember him having it, so.
Then I got this from William, too. So, interesting fact, Ted DiBiase's from Omaha, so that's pretty cool that I have this. And, Virgil, whatever. Cool. But I don't see a lot of too many people have this, and I think it's pretty awesome. The
Tribal Chief.
3-packs from Amazon. Beast. Yeah. The Paul Heyman.
Oh, that is sweet, man. I've never seen
I love that set.
I've never seen
that set.
I hadn't seen that.
It's hard to get.
Well, it was on Amazon pre-order, and yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Well, you're like the figure god.
But I mean, it's pretty sweet though. I mean,
it is.
I'm never going to open it, but
you should definitely open it.
No,
all right, Will, I got you unmuted again. By the way, Will.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Well, hell yeah, man! That's a great show and tell week for Brian.
That is really good, especially that Hogan Warrior dude. I don't even remember when I sent that or when she sent.
I'd have to look back.
It's been a while.
It has been.
All right, Roger, you're up next, man.
All right, so I got one that's probably going to blow your mind. We'll see. And I got a couple that are becoming my favorites. So as you guys know earlier, I found something on the side of the table that hadn't been opened yet. And it's Nikita Lyons. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
There.
Bless it.
She's showing off her assets.
Take out those assets.
Showing her assets.
It looks like someone drew her on a piece of paper.
So I was at GameStop today and I found this.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Game. Hold it back a little bit. I think you won't have to deal with the glare so much. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
That goes with the Sean.
There you go.
That goes with the Sean, the DX Sean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I found that one. I also, this one's pretty damaged. I'm just gonna tape it together, but
Brody.
Oh yeah.
Brody.
Yep.
So that one was as you can see, it's pretty damaged.
Yeah, that's a nice belt, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tape it up, and that'll go on my collector's table. And
So Rob and I talked earlier today about that one, and I was trying to convince him to rip it open and display it.
nope,
Not
not
gonna
gonna do it. So then I was looking through my stuff today, and I found this
Nice.
I love it.
Oh wow.
Love it.
Toxic Attraction, all three, triple sign.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
And then
Was
someone,
that 16 by 20?
I believe so. And then I got this one. I think I got it from William, actually. I might be wrong. Dual sign,
Nice.
Becky and Seth.
Hell yeah. I think that came from Ben. If you got that in the
It
last
may
week or
have.
so.
Yeah, it may, well, no, I got this. This has been here for a little bit, but it may have been Ben.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know he had a dual sign.
Yeah,
I think his
got
is an
this
8x10.
last night. Or
Very cool.
And so I don't know if people like music, heavy metal, but I found
Yeah.
a 5-finger death punch.
Nice.
Sweet. That's a
So,
nice
yeah.
pop.
I had that same one.
Yeah, that one caught me. I seen that and I was like, well, first I seen the Brody King and I was like, or Brody Lee. I was like, wait a second. No.
You should see all the emojis going up in the chat right now, all the hearts and the likes, all that stuff. So I think
Nice.
you're leading the way on show and tell so far.
Yeah, I
got
seen
some
the Brody Lee, and then I was in the actual Pops area, and I seen Triple H. I was like, I'm not letting that go. And then I saw the Knucklehead, and I was like, all right, I'm spending more money. It's like, take my money, GameStop.
Yep.
So
All
yeah,
right,
that's what I got.
Who's next? Kyle, Kev?
Kyle's next.
Sure. So I'm not at home, so I don't have all my stuff with me.
Oh, here comes the stories.
Hey,
Robert says,
what's
show
Kyle's
Nikita's
favorite
butt
movie?
again.
We good?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I was at Target today looking for you guys Hulk Hogan's and came across.
Well, you found them like a couple weeks ago.
I could a whole rack of them.
And left them.
So
I don't want to talk about it.
So finally got a Rey Mysterio. I actually don't have this one, and I got them for $659.
619.
And we're gonna open it.
Shit.
Yeah,
That don't
Right,
bother me at all. That don't bother me. No, that don't bother me at all.
Somebody else in the comments says they got that Ray too.
yeah.
That's supposed to
That's
be like a
cool.
homage to the TV show Batman outfit.
Yeah, it's the old school Batman.
Okay.
Let me just say, I'm really proud of Kyle right now.
Someone in the comments says, Kyle, where are you? In a trailer? No, he's at work, man. That's why he's got the collared shirt on.
Yeah, I'm in Kansas City. So there he is.
That's cool.
I like that, Ray.
Yeah, this is a sweet figure.
I love that.
I'm trying to think what event I saw him wear that. Wasn't it a Mania?
Does it say on the box?
I can't remember, but
I think it was a SummerSlam, wasn't it?
I knew it had to be a big event.
I think it was a SummerSlam, or was it Survivor Series?
Oh, Ben's here. He's the one that said, "Where are you in a trailer?" What's up, Ben?
Where's Thomas Burnett?
Ben?
He would be able to tell us.
Yeah, Thomas Burnett, the historian, right?
Yep.
All right,
He actually wore it not too long ago too, just on a normal show, just on Raw.
They say check the back of the package.
Yeah, it should say on the box, I think.
I'm gonna rip that thing all the way.
But he ripped it open, so he's probably.
All right. Well, we'll have to study that.
WrestleMania Backlash 2021.
All right, yeah. So I was like kind of close. It was a
Okay.
backlash. Okay.
So I only got one more. I did bring one from home that I wanted to show. I was actually very happy that I found it. I've been looking for it for a long time. And it's the 1999 WCW. This thing's in like mint condition, unmasked Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Love it.
Nice.
Man, it looks like he's wearing some big boy pants.
This figure is so ugly. It's awful. Like he's like humpbacked and like sticking forward
but it's highly sought after though. That's a highly sought after figure.
Yeah. And the pants are made out of like a fleece material.
Yep.
And it's you guys I'm just gonna tell you, I bought this thing for $3.
Damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I found him on a rack at a toy shop, and they didn't do much with wrestling. They just had him.
But that's a steal because a lot of people are looking for that unmasked Ray.
Yeah.
Robert calls it the Hunchback Ray.
Yes.
So clearly you went into a toy shop and they saw that figure and they were like, he's had better days. Let's just put $3 on him.
Yeah. They took the time to bag him up. They took the time to bag him up, but
hey, Steven.
I mean, he's mint too. I mean, there's not one piece of paint off of him. Cross is all still there.
You know what caused that hunchback?
I think I have an idea.
Something like that.
In the side of the trailer.
It makes sense.
Getting darted into a trailer.
That's never going to get old.
So that's a pretty good show and tell, man, because I don't think people realize the rarity of that figure. I think a couple of the guys in the chat know the rarity of that figure, though. That's a pretty sweet day, or a sweet show and tell.
Robert says awesome figure, and then I guess he laughed at what Will said about the trailer.
The bad thing is you guys can't see, like I have a secondary device, but I can see all the comments and I can see all the emojis and shit. And you guys start putting stuff up and the emojis just like flood the chat. So really cool. It's my turn, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So obviously you saw me rip this bad boy out. I mean, tell me that is not the best AJ Styles Elite they have ever made.
I mean,
that is pretty sweet.
That thing is incredible. I mean, I love it. I'm so glad I ripped that thing out of the package. And so I was going to do this one live too, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to. So I was testing some markers. Remember, I was talking about that a little earlier. So I wrote high on there. This bad boy's coming out of the package momentarily. Thank you to Brian Howarth. Appreciate that. He's coming out. So a lot of you guys know already, I was able to complete this.
That's freaking sweet.
That is awesome.
I was able to complete this a couple weeks ago. The $1 million team from Survivor Series. But I think only Kev knows that I'm actually working on completing their opponents as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
So
ultimately, you can like frame them together in one big ass frame.
Right. So ultimately, it'll be somewhere. I mean, it's hard to do it, but ultimately, it'll be somewhere like this with both of them. So
that's the grail piece. Those are grail pieces right there.
Yep. So you'll have the Hulkamaniacs and you'll have the $1 million team from Survivor Series 89. So that was a couple pieces I wanted to show. I'm going to show this too. I've been talking about this. Everybody thinks I have this dislike for Ray. That's not true. Check out that Ray.
That's sexy.
Badass, full signature on
color
the
pops.
Funko certified.
Yeah,
JSA
that color on that pop.
Having his full name on the pop is cool too, because a lot of times you just see Ray 6.
Rip it.
Thing.
Rip
Yeah.
it.
Also, to glares, got the Ray.
I like the orange.
Full signature in the orange on the Elite. So
the orange was a good choice on that because it matches his mask.
And the orange catches my eye.
And then probably one of, if not my top 3 favorite Elites of all time. This is not new. I've had this for a while. But the Jerry the King Lawler Elite. This is in my personal collection. I had this personally signed. One of the best Elites I think they've ever made is the Jerry Lawler.
I have a Jerry Lawler Funko Pop.
Yeah,
I got one of those signed as well. I got it off of Will.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I got mine off of Will.
I can't wait to meet Jerry at the gathering this year. Again.
Yeah, let's hope he's in good health and he'll be there. So that's a couple things I wanted to show you guys. Last thing I'll show you real quick is you guys know I'm going back in time with the nostalgia of the VHS tapes. If you guys are not going back in time on the nostalgia of the VHS tapes, you might be missing out. It's a lot of fun to go back and watch the old VHS tapes compared to the HD that they have today. These are 2 that just happened to come in the mail today. I think at one point or another, I've had just about every VHS tape they ever made. But, over the years, people wanted them and I gave them away or I got rid of them, sold them or whatever. But now, anytime I find a good deal, I'm back to collecting them, back to buying them. And so definitely those came in today. Can't wait to put those in, test them out, check them out. And my collection of VHS tapes in 2023 is growing massively. Oh, yeah. And there's not a lot of people out there that are really doing it. Now, you do have the hardcore collectors, and the prices on the VHS tapes are just through the damn roof. But one last thing I'll say, coming up on Tuesday, you guys already know, I'm planning on doing quite a few of the loosies. We'll have a lot of loosies. We'll have a lot of bros. We'll have some Elites. We'll have some old WCWs. We'll have some different stuff. So planning on having a lot of loose figures coming up on Tuesday night. Of course, we'll have more promos. I put up a ton of promos this past week. Dirt cheap. Nobody out there is selling them at that price. Nope. And we sold a ton of them for basically nothing because we had a humongous stack of them. But I definitely want everybody to take advantage of those great prices. And, I get requests all the time for loose figures. So this coming Tuesday, I may even have to go on a little early or stay on a little late because I'm going to have so many loose figures for everybody to look at, whether you buy them or not. I mean, that's up to you, but there's going to be a lot of good stuff. So that's it for my show and tell this week. How'd I do?
Great.
I'd say pretty good.
That was pretty awesome.
I own one wrestling VHS tape, and it's sealed. It's Unforgiven. I think I got it off of either you or Ben.
Nice.
It's Unforgiven with Lesnar on the cover. Kev, you want to go next? And then I'll kind of wrap it up.
So me and Ben went to Kane signing in Ashland, Kentucky about a couple months ago. There's a guy local to Ashland, Kentucky that makes these. They're called Block Heroes. So I picked this up, and of course I had him sign the back of it.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's nice.
These things are really awesome. I mean, he does different types of wrestlers. So I wanted to show this off first.
Mm-hmm. That is sweet.
So Robert says you have a fantastic Willy. I mean, I think he's saying fantastic to Will. But
correct me if I'm wrong. There was a lot of people that wanted to buy that from you.
Yes. I still have people wanting to buy it from me.
That guy should be on Etsy with that shit because I would buy one of those.
So
I'd buy a couple of them. Hell yeah.
Then I have signed Brock Lesnar pop.
What?
Are you kidding me?
How the hell did you get that?
Wow.
He had a signing through Fitterman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
It cost me a little bit.
You just fucked over one of my show and tells.
Holy. That trumps all of mine. Jeez.
But anyway, I really like this. I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan, but I know how much his auto, goes. So, but it turned out great. I love the white. I think it turned out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's definitely awesome, man.
That's a grail right there for me.
And then one more I'm leaving for the last. I got one more.
Nice piece.
I think this is a grail here, and I just got this from Willie. This book is fantastic. And not only
hell yeah.
just reading it, just the stories is fantastic. It's also got his signature right in the cover.
Wow.
This is a holy grail.
Yeah,
It
hands
is.
down.
I feel like I should have went second to last because Kev just fucking.
Not only is that a holy grail, though, the book itself is really, really good. And Kev and I have been talking about it kind of late at night about that book. And I'd highly recommend it. If you haven't checked it out already or you haven't read it, man, I would really recommend that book.
Yeah, it's fantastic. There's some parts of when if you read and you feel like you're into the book and you get chills. And it's just how much you really get into the book.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you blew me away.
Pieces. Yeah. You got some good stuff this week, Kev, man. I'm proud of you, man. That's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother.
All right, and I'll go ahead and close it out. So since Kev already trumped me, I'm on Pop Fever right now. So I got the Amazon exclusive Brock unsigned.
It's still awesome.
One of those ring protectors. Sammy bought me that 3-pack. So one of them.
Those are cool. I like those ring protectors.
They're pretty sweet.
Shout out to Sammy Trevino for that, man. I know you did last week, but definitely shout out to Sammy.
Yeah, and then I also got Finn Balor here, Amazon exclusive.
That's nice.
Yeah, he was only like $6. He was like on clearance or something.
I'm gonna have to go check out Amazon as soon as I get off of here.
Yeah, and I already have a Bliss figure signed, Pop figure signed with Lily on it, and she actually inscribed it with a Lily too. But I went ahead. I didn't have this one, so I grabbed it because it was fairly cheap as well. And I'm a big.
So
big
she has
Bliss
a
fan.
pop with her and Lily.
Yeah. She has 3 different ones
too.
She has one regular one and a Walmart one and a Chase one.
I got an 8x10 with her and Lily, and she signed Lily and her. But yeah.
And then I got the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Nice.
I like that pop.
That's what my third ring protector went on.
Hey, you guys know how I talk about sometimes you see something and you can just hear their ring music. Like as soon as you put that up, I could hear the American Dream. You know what I mean? Like in the background. I could literally hear it in the background.
Last thing I got was this Pocket Pop 14-day countdown calendar. It's got 14 pocket size figures, so they're 2 inches. I didn't open this yet because I wanted to show it on Show and Tell first before I got into it. Nice. But I plan on opening this up and maybe putting the little guys on my desk somewhere.
The little guys.
The little guys.
The little guys. Very cool. Very cool.
And that's my Show and Tell for this week.
Awesome.
Kev should have went last.
Kev blew me away.
Kev, I don't know, man. You did pretty damn good this week. I thought I was going to take it, but I don't know. I would vote Kev for Show and Tell.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
I think Kev got it too.
Yeah, I'm definitely opening that calendar. Someone in the comments said they also got it too. But yeah, I've got Pop Fever, so I've been buying pops left and right. I had a shit ton more of them coming tomorrow.
I've been buying pops too,
Saturday.
not just wrestling pops. I've ordered Dolly Parton pops and Steve Irwin pops and.
Yeah, I think we're all somehow on a Pop Fever.
Hey Kev, how come they don't make Gunsmoke pops, Kev?
I'm pissed off that they don't because I want a Festus Gunsmoke pop.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I have 12 more pops coming this weekend between 3 different sources.
Now, Marshall Dillon's cool in Gunsmoke, but I'm just, Festus is just, look at you and with that side eye and just tell you, I don't know why you're here for.
Yeah.
I gotta love him.
I think I'm on a Pops kick and a bobblehead kick.
So, some of the pops I got coming aren't wrestling related. Some of them are basketball players, and I think I got a Vision Marvel off of William White and a bunch of them off of William White. So shout out to him.
Yep. Shout out to the Dome man, William White.
All right. Next up, we've got the Guess the Wrestler game. So
let's go. Let's do it.
We're gonna take turns with this one. I've got the encyclopedia here. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna randomly go to a page, and I'm gonna start describing a wrestler. and when it's your turn, you got to tell me who the fuck it is. All right.
I'm just so bad at this.
If somebody else wants to keep score, okay.
Pile driver.
It's not the pile driver.
Body slam.
Guess the finisher was last week. All right. So first up is going to be Roger, which I already just as an example, it's not going to be this easy, but it would be like I'm going to say something along the lines like this wrestler had a superhero gimmick, and then you'd be like, oh, that's the Hurricane. So it's going to be like that, but not as easy. All right. What did somebody say about Ricky Steamboat? Yeah, I got that one too. I got it last week.
Yeah, I got it last week as well.
The old Steamboater. All right, Roger, you're up first.
Okay. Sammy Trevino said, I got to sign Ricky Steamboat Pop coming. Shane Power said he's got that calendar that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just need to find out next Ricky signing, and I got to send him my pop for that.
Ricky Signboat.
Ricky Signboat.
All right, Roger, you're up.
Okay.
Their height is 6'5", 222 pounds. After gaining success as a movie studio executive in their home country, this person came to WWE in 2011 demanding respect, particularly from the great Khali. They began playing mind games with Khali, twisting his emotions to the breaking point and convincing the oversized superstar to turn on his brother.
I know it.
Yeah.
What you thinking, Roger?
I'm drawing a blank, to be dead honest with you. Yeah, you got me on that one.
You want to do? All right, let's do a pass, Kyle. Where I'm going to go?
I have no idea.
Okay, so now Will.
Jinder Mahal.
Yes, sir.
Ding, 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 ding.
I was gonna say that too. I
was gonna say Jinder Mahal, but yeah,
that's one for me.
You should have guessed. You don't lose points for getting it wrong.
For the record, I won last week too. So just for the record.
Yeah, because you were cheating.
What are you trying to say now?
This week you're gonna earn it though.
I'm earning it right now. I just won.
You didn't know what I did, so.
All right, Kyle. You're up next. Give me just a minute. Let's see. What's a good one for Kyle? All right, here we go. 6'4", 270 pounds from New Jersey. This person was once in the top NCAA football players of the early 90s. After graduation, he played for the NFL's Broncos before training for a career in the ring. His earliest days saw him compete in ECW before ultimately debuting in WWE in 1998. You probably need some more, huh?
Hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember.
Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Give him some more hints.
Give him some more? All right, this is probably going to give it away. Upon arriving in WWE, he caught the attention of officials and fans when it was revealed that he could vomit on command.
Oh, my God. I know who this guy is.
We know.
I can see him.
The peculiar trick earned him the nickname Puke. But it was his in-ring abilities that caught the eye of the superstars, particularly the Legion of Doom. That's all you get. And
I just can't remember. I cannot remember his name.
I know.
If you
pass it to Kev. Pass it to Kev.
Okay.
No, you can't overpass me.
Yes, I can. Pass it to Kev.
What?
Yes.
My turn. My turn.
What shit is that?
It's draws.
Yeah.
Oh.
Will gets no fucking extra credit this round.
What?
Give it to Kev.
That's fair because Will's been crashing on you for Ray on the trailer thing all week.
Sorry about it. Go ahead, Kev.
You can't beat me, so you're gonna cheat me?
All right, so
draws off.
How's it getting cheating? You're not trying?
That's correct. Well, not the cheat and trying thing, but Kev, that's correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
So Kev and Will both have 1 point each. Now that it's Will's turn, I'm going to have to dig real deep and make him look like a fool, like a damn fool.
6 foot tall, 234 pounds from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Bret Hart.
Concussed in 99.
Yeah. Bitter old man now.
Got to get you a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, but you know that one.
I've never seen that bullshit in my life. But I'll tell you this, the people in the comments are enjoying it, so that's okay.
Awesome. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. You cheating bastards.
All right. See if I can get you with this. 6 foot, 235 pounds, trained by Hall of Famer, the Sheik. This person knew no fear inside the ring, possessing a complete disregard for his own well-being. The maniacal superstar gained a cult-like following while competing in ECW in the mid to late 90s.
Taboo.
Damn it.
That wasn't hard.
Shut up.
Not hard at all.
That's correct.
So I'm back in the lead, right?
2 to 1, yeah.
You have 2.
But now it's Kev's turn. Kev's going to tie it up.
Cheating bastards.
All right, Kev. I believe in you on this one, Kev. 6'9", 317 pounds. An early master of the chokeslam and powerbomb, this monster first appeared as Blah in WCW. He and partner Dan Spivey towered over WCW's tag team ranks. Soon they became a member of the famed Four Horsemen stable and challenged longtime Horseman nemesis Sting for the WCW title.
That's enough. No more hints.
That's enough, yeah.
I don't need no more hits. That's Sid Vicious.
That is correct. So Will and Kev are tied 2-2. Brian.
Yeah.
I know you like to buy and look at a lot of figures, but do you know a lot about the wrestlers that are the figures?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah. All right. I got a good one for you, man. 5'9", 202 pounds. From masked high flyer to corporate henchman, this person is not your stereotypical bumpkin from West Virginia. First seen in WCW, he donned a Japanese mask and joined the Young Dragons, or the Jung Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
After some entertaining battles with 3 count, he split and tagged with a 3 count cast off Evan Courageous until WCW closed up shop in 2001.
What's his hometown?
Hanover, West Virginia.
I think I know it.
Come on, Brian.
He wore a mask?
Yeah, this is
WCW.
in WCW, yeah. I'll give you a little more, all right?
Okay.
In WWE, he embraced his down-home roots with fellow trailer park product as his other half. He won the Cruiserweight Championship from the Hurricane.
Jamie Noble?
Damn.
You got it. I figured if I did the trailer park thing, you'd get it.
He was Jamie's son in WCW, part of the Young Dragons.
Nice job. Nice job.
Jamie, so 2-2-1. Roger.
Yes, sir.
We'll do it so that each person gets 3 chances. All right, let's see.
All I need is 3.
3 minutes, right?
That's what she said.
She did.
All right.
She also said that's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother.
That's right, kid.
That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, Roger, here you go, man. 5'11", 234 pounds. This person made his in-ring debut in 1984 in the Central States territory, where he challenged Ric Flair for the NWA Heavyweight Championship and met another future star, Shawn Michaels. The two formed a popular duo known as the Midnight Rockers.
Marty Jannetty.
Correct. That was kind of easy, wasn't it?
It was.
A little bit. It had me thinking for a sec till you said Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Well, I feel like if I picked someone like Mario Milano, nobody would get it. So, like, I'm trying to pick people that wrestled in the last 40 years. All right, Kyle. Trying to get a point, man?
You're out of my era, so good luck.
Yeah.
6'3", 245 pounds. Competing in and winning matches is important, but for this wrestler, matches just seem to be the briefest of interruptions to his dance party.
Oh, I know who he is.
6'2", 245. Can I get a year?
What, when he was active?
Yeah.
The last 7 years.
Is it Brutus Clay?
Shit.
Brutus Clay, no. Let me give you a little more. He never comes to the ring alone, instead leading a conga line of revelers down the ramp and around the ring.
Oh,
I know it.
So I
Think
remember
I
the
know.
conga line.
Come on, man.
I remember the Congo line too.
Here.
Pass the ball to a brother.
No, skip him.
All right, Will, you can have it.
Ah, damn it.
Adam Rose.
Adam Rose.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's incorrect.
That is incorrect.
No extra credit for you, son of a bitch. Go ahead, Kev.
Someone in
no
the
way.
comments got it right.
It's no way, Jose.
Kevin
Yep.
got it.
Oh.
So how many points does Kevin have now?
3, baby.
So Kevin's in the lead. It is No Way Jose. See, I got it pulled up right here. That's your boy.
Oh, wait, Jose. Damn. All right, so
Someone in the comments got it right too.
Kev's leading 3-2.
And now it's Will's turn, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, let me pick a hard one. Oh, yeah. This is going to be rough right here.
You realize we have the same blood going through our bodies, right? And you're
But
over there trying to kill your brother on a question for these
He
guys.
said, but I have the encyclopedia.
I got the book. Man. All right, here we go. Just so you know, I was going to tell you who I was about to pick. I was going to pick Sapphire, but I figured he'd get that.
Well, thank you for that.
I don't think he would have got it.
All right, I got a tough one for you. You're one of the more knowledgeable ones, so I have to be hard on you.
Okay.
6 foot. All right, 6'6", 274 pounds. As one half of the WCW Tag Team Champions with Chuck Palumbo, he invaded WWE with a giant chip on his shoulder, but it wasn't long before he learned that WWE wasn't where the big boys played. Shortly after his debut, and him and his partner Palumbo lost their titles to Undertaker and Kane.
Don't know it. Shh.
Kev, do you know it?
Yes.
Don't tell me. Okay. You need some more?
Yeah, give me a little bit more.
No more. No.
They took a brief hiatus following the loss of their tag titles. During his time away, the muscular superstar became... Is that too much?
Yes.
No.
What the muscular superstar was too much?
Became a master of mind games, urging people to commit such regretful acts as adultery, tax fraud, and law breaking. That's all you get. That's like 2 paragraphs. It's not Billy Gunn. Someone in the comments said Billy Gunn.
How about Matt Morgan?
It's not Matt Morgan. I'll let you guess one more time, and then you got to pass it.
I remember Chuck and Billy.
Yep.
Trying to think of the other guy. Damn, what was his name? Give it to Kev.
All right, Kev.
So you said that he come to WCW with the WCW tag titles, right?
We came to WWE with the tag titles, yeah.
Yeah, him and his partner. It was you said Chuck Palumbo,
Right.
and his tag partner was Sean Stasiak.
Mm,
Am I wrong?
hold on.
What kind of shit is that?
In my head, it says I'm right.
I don't see anything about him being called Stasiak.
Well, Sean Stasiak. Well, then meat. I don't know.
Meat.
That's what his other name was. Maybe I got the.
I'm pretty sure Sean Stasiak was a different guy. Let me double check and see if he's in a different spot.
No, Sean Stasiak is the same guy as me.
No, I'm talking about as the person that this is. Sean Stasiak. Okay.
Can I have a second guess?
Well, hold on. I got to pull up Sean Stasiak and see what his.
You already had like 3 guesses.
I have not.
I'm trying to see.
What's the score?
I know who it is if it's not Sean, but I thought it was Sean Stasiak.
This is a different guy.
Ooh.
Okay, well, if it's not, can I go again?
Sure.
Because the WCW, if it's not Sean Stasiak, it's Mark Jindrak.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
Ah!
See, all right. Does anybody else know or want to guess?
Sean
I'll
O'Hare.
take a guess.
Sean O'Hare.
You fucking cheated. It doesn't count.
How? I'm looking at you the whole time.
That's not true. You were just
Damn
looking
it, I
down.
meant O'Hare. That's who I meant. I don't mean Stasiak. I had Sean. Shit.
It's all right, Kev. That's assault, brother.
That
That's
is
what-
assault. That's the guy I meant. I just said the wrong last name.
That's
No
what you
point.
get for trying to cheat me.
You were
Damn
looking
it.
at the comments. Someone said it in the comments, Will. I
What
saw that.
comments? I'm looking at you.
You were looking down.
You were looking down.
Y'all are some cheating bastards.
That's you. How could I cheat? I'm the one with the encyclopedia.
I know y'all some cheating bastards.
No point. No point awarded.
No point.
And now it's Kev's turn, right?
Point.
Kev's turn. Who's in
What's
the
the
lead
score?
right now?
3 to 2 still?
I think Kev's still leading, right?
By 1, right?
He is.
Should be
Yes.
4.
Well, I guess that's one it will be.
That one didn't count, man.
Damn.
All right, here we go. 6'2", 245 pounds. In 2004, they entered the WWE along with their spokesperson. He often interrupted the interview segments of others and verbally accosted JR and Jerry the King Lawler over their characterizations of him. His initial success led to several title opportunities, most notably a chance to win Cena's championship. After Cena rebuffed his attempt in a one-sided match, this person was drafted to Smackdown. They were last seen at the 2005 Great American Bash when they were powerbombed through the stage by The Undertaker.
What was the first thing you said?
Now that's assault.
The first thing, like when he entered the WWE, or
Yeah.
he entered alongside his spokesperson. Should I give him the name of the spokesperson?
No.
Yes.
No, because I already know it.
Yes, you
Okay.
should.
I don't know, man. You're already in the lead. I feel like I can't give you any help.
That's not help. You're just help. You're giving me. You're reading it.
I know, but it has their names in it, and I don't say that.
Okay, just go over what you read. The first.
Okay.
He went on in his life to be a school teacher. There's a tip.
Well, hell, I know that. I think.
What do you guess?
Hold on. Let me think of his name. It's
Receiving we had here. The warm weather is going to be sticking around here. You see on the 12-hour forecast, the temperature.
I know when his theme song hit, it was always like,
Dude, shut up.
Oh, I know it.
I do too. Kev, pass the ball to me, brother. Pass it to me. Pass it to me, Kev.
He's not going to pass it. I was about to say, he's not going to pass it to Will.
Muhammad Hassan.
Ah,
Ding, ding, ding. That's correct.
I didn't know it.
I
You
knew
got
it.
2. Brian, you got 2 points now?
Yeah.
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 All right. And it's Brian's turn, right? So he
Yep.
can sneak up to the front here.
Why would you pass it to Brian?
All right, here we go. Brian, if you don't get this, man, that's assault.
That's assault, brother.
6'4", 485 pounds. The rules of the ring are simple. To defeat your opponent via pinfall, you must keep his shoulders on the mat for 3 seconds. Unless, of course, you're this guy. The massive man, appropriately dubbed the walking condominium, demanded referees count to 5 while he arrogantly covered his pummeled foes.
That's enough.
That's definitely enough.
Hon, you kind of cut out there for a little bit. I couldn't hear everything.
What?
You want me to use it in a sentence?
I'm sorry. I really didn't hear.
I said the rules of the ring are simple. Basically, this wrestler demanded the refs count to 5 whenever he would pin them instead of 3. And he was dubbed the walking condominium.
Everyone knows it, huh?
Pass it to me, Brian.
I need a point.
Well,
Pass it to your brother.
How recent?
How recent? A long time ago.
Pass it to your brother here.
Hey, I passed it to you all ago instead of Will.
Hold on, let me give him a little more, okay?
And that was his fate for doing that. Now you pass it to me, and we'll catch up to him.
Originally managed by Jimmy Hart, he used the inaugural WrestleMania as the site of his first commanding victory when he crushed SD Jones in just 9 seconds. Just
let me get it, Brian.
Say somebody.
Well, it's got to be somebody big, right?
That's right.
Like
6'4", 485.
Is it King Kong Bundy?
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. Hey, he earned that shit at the free throw line.
3-2.
3-2.
Shit.
Kevin, Brian, and Will. All right, Roger, this is your third one. So we're getting towards the end, last round.
I guessed too fast on the other one. I should have guessed that.
So keep in mind, you can still tie or win, if people pass.
Oh, I'm keeping mine.
I got to get Roger somebody good here. All right, let's see here. Roger, you watch wrestling your whole life, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so I could go old school with you.
Not too old school. I'm still young.
Old school is preferable.
I mean, I'm not old. I'm not as old as some of these other dudes in here.
Yeah, whatever.
Am I the oldest one in here still?
I believe so.
I'm 48.
God damn it.
All right, here we go.
Well, you're not getting the pass.
What the hell did I do?
You're younger than him.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 6 foot, 245 pounds. With the Gulf War foremost in Americans' minds, Iraqi sympathizer Sergeant Slaughter introduced the WWE audiences to this person in 1991. Striking an eerie resemblance to Saddam Hussein, they was brought in to serve as Slaughter's commanding officer.
Well, I don't get it, so.
Roger, pass it to me, brother.
No.
Give me the chance to take these guys out, Roger.
I'm not really 48. I'm 58.
I'll give you some more.
No,
Yeah,
you don't
give
need
me some
more.
more,
That's
please.
plenty. That's plenty. Pass the ball, Roger. I'm open.
I'm up next. I don't think I know it, but it goes to me.
Wasn't the Iron Sheik, was it?
No.
Nope, you
All
get
right.
one more guess.
I'm passing it to Will.
Yes.
What?
Fast and
I know
Will.
this one. I need a
General
point.
Adnan.
That's correct.
Damn it.
The hell?
Roger is in cahoots, man.
Kyle just
Thanks,
got
Roger.
fucked.
3-3, baby.
So that
Fuck it.
3-man
What
tie
I
right
do
now?
to you, Roger?
I got screwed.
Awesome, Roger. Roger's my boy. Yeah.
Robert got it right in the comments as well. And
Way to
somebody,
go, Robert.
another commenter got it right as well. With
You guys should see the amount of emojis just going up like crazy. People love it. Look at that.
Awesome.
People love it. That's good.
hell
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's good stuff right there.
Now,
All right, Kyle.
I'm not gonna know mine now. I should have 2 points, but nobody passed me the ball.
Well, I'm
Kyle,
48
how many
then,
points
so.
you got, Kyle?
None.
One?
Let's not talk about it.
All right, I tell you what. If you get this next one right, you get 2 points.
What?
He's got no points. It's what do they call
hell?
it? It's handicap rules because he can
You
get
ain't
2.
handicapped.
He had the opportunity to pass me the ball and he didn't. And you're going to
That's
give
a
him 2
steal.
points.
Brother.
Ah,
We need to bring in an unbiased official for the next game.
Look, man, he gets 2 points, and then he can try to steal later if you guys pass to him, which you won't. So it's really it doesn't matter.
See what I'm up against? Yeah.
All right, let me find you someone good, man. Get you 2 points.
The hell? What happened to unbiased?
That's right.
Well, man, it's called being a sympathizer, I guess. I don't know.
How we doing?
I can't do that.
Let's go, Steven. Bring it.
All right, here we go. 5'10", over 400 pounds allegedly. Despite his diminutive size, this person cannot be deterred from joining his cousin in WWE. He was also adamant about competing among sports entertainment's greatest heavyweights. In 1999, he debuted on Raw and became known for bringing a scale with him to the ring.
I got it. I know it.
I know it. No, piss on Will.
Kyle, man.
Come on, Kyle. You said you loved the Attitude Era.
Kyle, you got free shipping on me next week, man.
Hey, no problem.
Rey Mysterio.
I can't think with all this ruckus in my ears.
All right, here we go.
5'10", 400 pounds allegedly, brought a scale to the ring.
Pass it to your brother.
He brought the scale to force opponents to step on and prove they measured up to him.
Pass it to your brother, Kyle. I got this. I'll take it. I'll take it home.
I'm gonna take a guess.
All right, you get 2 guesses.
And I think I'm wrong. I think I'm way wrong. Is it Mark Henry?
Nope.
That's wrong. Let me give you a little more before you guess again, okay?
Come on, Kyle. Pass the ball, man.
Not to him.
In 2000, they joined the hardcore division, and over the next 3 years became known as the Houdini of hardcore.
I know it, Kyle. I'm your boy, Blue.
Yeah, but don't go ahead. No, Blue.
Kyle, we about to take this thing home, man. Free shipping.
Rey Mysterio never should have been darted in that trailer.
Kyle, do you know all those Hogans that you're supposed to get me? Come on, man. This is for not getting me a Hogan. You can pass it to me.
I tried. You know how many fucking targets I've been to in the last 2 weeks?
I'm not here to pass it to Brian yet, so.
Listen to those ungrateful people, Kyle. Just pass it
I'm
to
not
me.
ungrateful. I appreciate him.
Kevin Nash should have tripped.
I should have tripped. He really would have hurt Ray if he tripped. I passed it to Will.
Yeah.
You passed it to Will.
Yep.
Better not get free shipping, though.
Crash Holly.
That's correct.
4, baby.
So now Will's in the lead?
Yeah.
I hope Nash's head is still on that damn side of that trailer.
Yeah. You mean Ray?
Yeah,
No, he
Ray.
meant Nash. He meant Nash. He's all flustered and shit.
All right. So now it's Will's turn, and he's in the lead.
You're damn right it is.
Now, Will, if you want, you can sit this round out.
Why would I want to do that? I think mine should be for 2 points, like you've been trying to play with these others, giving them 2 points. That's crazy.
You already up, man.
I'll tell you what. Let's make it for 2 points, and if I get it right, I get 2 points, and Kyle gets 2 points.
No.
Whoa.
You've been making up the rules. You've been making up the rules as you go.
If he got 2 points and you got 2 points, there's no way he could win.
Well, then bring him up to tie. Make it a 4-way tie.
You're going to dub me on the scoreboard.
If I get it right, make it a 4-way tie or 5-way tie between all of us, right? And then 1 bonus question.
I just need to make it a point that the people in the comments are going to hold you accountable for the free shipping on Tuesday. I'm getting the free ship.
That's fine.
I guess that means I got to buy something, huh?
Well, I mean, that's up to you, but either way, I mean, that doesn't expire. It could be 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. It don't matter. All I'm saying is if I get it right, let's make everybody on the board even and have 1 bonus question that somebody's going to take the whole prize home.
Okay.
Fair enough.
That's more than fair. I mean, I could just walk away with the win.
I still knew who Sean was. I just didn't know his last name.
Here we go.
That's assault, brother.
All right, Will. And this one's for 1 point, all right?
What the fuck?
Despite everything you just said, okay? You're already winning. 6'5", 295 pounds. In April 2004, SmackDown general manager Kurt Angle hired this person to serve as his assistant. but at nearly 300 pounds, it was only a matter of time before they ditched their business suit for ring gear. They decimated Funaki in their debut, and then did the same to Charlie Haas at the Great American Bash.
All right, who knows it? Which one of you guys knows it? Roger, you know it?
No, sir.
Kev?
Not at this moment.
I'm thinking. Angle's bodyguard.
Will, do you know it?
I was going to pass it to give somebody else a chance since you wouldn't let them all get even with me.
All right.
Can you give me more hints?
I'll give you more hints if you pass it to somebody, but you got to pick before I give the hint.
Which one of you guys thinks you can do it?
I could possibly do it with more hints.
Give it to Kev.
All right, Kev. All right, okay. He soon formed a tag team with Mark Jindrak, still loyal to Angle. The duo distracted Big Show long enough for Angle to chop him down with a tranquilizer dart. While unconscious, the trio of superstars celebrated by shaving Big Show's head bald. Prior to his release in 2005, he stood across the ring from some of the greatest, including Eddie Guerrero, Undertaker, and John Cena. That's pretty much everything that's in here about him.
I'll probably kick myself, but let's let him give me a minute.
I'll tell you his hometown. Maybe that'll help.
All right.
Phoenix, Arizona.
You know it, Kev.
He's using comments. He's looking down.
Who?
Kev, it looked like he was looking down.
Oh, no, I don't have nothing. I promise. I can find something.
He don't even have a secondary device. He's using his device.
Okay. You got to put a man down like that. He's got a Brock Lesnar auto. You show him some respect.
I literally think I'm the only one that uses a second device, but just so I can read the comments.
Yeah. Well, someone in the comments has gotten it right.
So Kurt hired him as a security guard.
Yep.
Dude, you know this answer. Trust me, you know this answer. You know this answer. Can I give him a hint?
Yes.
Go, give him a hint.
You literally said the guy's name earlier in the show.
Should I show him a picture?
No. Pass it, Kev. If you don't know it, pass it. You can pass it to anywhere you want, but you literally said his name earlier.
Okay. Sean Stasiak.
Yep.
That's not right.
What?
That's not correct.
What are you talking about?
Nope, that's not correct.
What
I got a guess.
Kyle has a guess.
Go for it, Kyle.
Was it Doug Basham?
No. Anybody else?
I ain't got a clue.
You look down. Was I close?
Bull Buchanan?
No, I looked down for suspense. You weren't close.
I have no idea.
Can I just give the answer then?
Yeah, no point?
No point.
Okay.
Because I happened to see it. It's Luther Reigns, but I thought for sure it was Sean Stasiak. So that's why I was trying to help Kev, but I was wrong. So where are we at? Where are we at now? 4-3-3?
I got you.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comments said Luther Reigns earlier. All right, so because we went over so much, we're gonna do one more, and then we got to do our member photos real quick, and then we'll wrap up. So we'll try to be done in the next 10 minutes. Appreciate everybody sticking around. All right, so
Kev, I literally thought it was the other guy. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I started thinking I would never guess Luther Reigns.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's Kevin's turn again, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Because Will, you gave up your turn.
I did.
So if he gets this right, does that mean that he ties with you?
Yeah.
I have 3 points too, man. I get a chance to tie, don't I?
Yeah.
If I don't get it, it'll be passed to you.
If Kev doesn't get it, yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, here we go.
I think if Kev gets it, everybody in the room should be even. There should be one bonus question.
All right, I'll take those odds.
All right.
Will not lose.
All right, here we go.
You won't do it.
I can't lose this way. I would just end up tying because all they can get is 1 point. I would lose anyway.
Yep, you are in the league.
I'm trying to let somebody else enjoy the glory of victory.
6'1", 330 pounds. One of 2019's most exciting imports out of Australia. The massive individual had competed around the world, amassing titles in both singles and tag team competition before joining NXT. While having powerful punches, kicks, and slams have led him to be considered a leading user of strong style, they can also execute amazing high-flying moves, demonstrating astounding agility for someone their size.
Oh.
You got it?
I don't know it.
All right, let me give you some more. They competed in NXT's 2019 Breakout Star competition and advanced to the semifinals. They also earned title shots for both the Tag Team Championships and NXT Championship. And although he's yet to be successful, the behemoth will keep pounding away until he captures gold.
I know it.
Bronson Reed?
That's correct.
See?
Nice job. Nice job.
I figured I'd go with someone new. I had to keep watching when I was reading because like there's so many like Australian references.
Yeah.
It's like that would have been easy. NXT superstar from the last couple of years from Australia. Like what is there, like two? Rhea Ripley and Bronson Reed.
Well, Murphy's from Australia too. So.
Grayson Waller.
Well, yeah. So there was three.
But he's not 300 some pounds.
No.
Yeah, that's true too.
I can't believe he's only 330 pounds. He might have been 330 when they wrote this book.
I didn't know he was Australian.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's only had a couple of times on the mic. So are we doing a bonus round or what?
Yeah.
Bronson Reed needs to put some pants on.
I think you should put everybody tied. Everybody should be at like 4 points, right? Since Kev got it.
Yep.
And then you can do one bonus so there's a victory.
All right. So everyone, including Roger and Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That will be done. Kev, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Why are you asking Kev? I'm tied with Kev.
Because we're tied.
Because you're tied.
yeah, Kev, but you tied Will. Will was in the lead.
But, you know, this is like basketball, last second shots.
All right, here we go. The final one. This person stands 6'10", 300 pounds. According to them, they let their teeth deteriorate to show
I got
rotten
it.
teeth idiots.
I got it.
Who is it?
Isaac Yankum.
That's correct.
So
And
much for that.
I guess Will fucking wins, but he at least tried to let somebody win.
Some bitch.
I tried to help Kev.
Actually, he's wrong. Actually, he's wrong. The person is Glenn Jacobs.
It's lonely at the top, you cheating bastards.
But his gimmick was Isaac Yankum.
But Glenn Jacobs played him. Glenn Jacobs. That was fun.
It's
All
lonely at the top.
Next week we'll have another game. We'll try to dethrone Will. All right, last thing I wanted to do tonight, I had a couple of images to show from some of our members. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw those up real quick. And sorry, Kyle. I know I already played this joke a bunch tonight, but it's my wallpaper. So Calvin White sent this in. Or no, he didn't send it in, but I saw it and I was like, I'm going to use it. He's got a nice little belt display here.
That's pretty awesome, actually.
Look at
Some
that.
pretty sweet figures.
That's his Hulk Hogan display. So he's got to the far right there. So those shirts, you see that shirt in the frame on the far right?
Yeah.
Those shirts were given to Hogan to wear to the ring. And they cut them, like they cut the back of it. They cut the front of it for him to rip it off. But it was one size too small. So he brought it back from that event, and they put it in the shop. He signed it. I ended up buying it for a really good price, and then I ended up selling it to Calvin. But there's only like 2 of those out there. One of them Hogan was wearing that he ripped, and then there's that one.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Those are nice belts too.
Green dinosaur right here.
He's got a badass display, and it's a tribute to his dad. Him and his dad were fans of wrestling together and watched wrestling together. And right there in the center, in the middle of that ring, that's his dad's urn right there.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
That is nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad you knew that because I didn't. I didn't. Yeah. I would never have known.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, but that's pretty damn cool. So
that is really cool. Sweet.
Shout out
that hits you in the heart right there, buddy.
Yeah, because now it's like a memorial piece and a Hogan piece.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's top notch right there.
All right, and Robert actually sent in some stuff earlier. Now these are some images of him wrestling with the boys back in the day.
Yep.
On the trampoline, he was. This is his big boss man gimmick right here. He sent another image. Well, here's him as Taker.
Nice.
Yep.
And there's the boss man right there. Got the cuffs and everything.
Yep.
Jesus.
And then a Triple H impression here with the cardboard belt. Kind of cool. Got the step ladder here.
Shout out to Robert Burdick, man. You can't find a nicer guy out there. Him and his wife. So
agreed.
Shout out to the Burdicks, and that's really, really awesome right there.
Yeah, that's an awesome picture.
Hell yeah. And then we'll go ahead and we'll close out. Sammy sent these in last minute to me today. These were sent in by Robert last minute as well. But Sammy got some nice stuff recently and wanted to share.
Love it.
Got the Slaughter Classic Superstars.
That's sharp. That's nice.
So can we point out on that figure that Sammy did it right? Because I always see like blue, white, and red. It should be red, white, and blue. But I always see like a mixture of colors. It's never in order like red, white, and blue. So shout out to Sammy for getting it done correctly.
Absolutely. And then he also got a Dude Love Pop signed.
Oh, have mercy.
Yep. And he has a inscription on the side here. I don't think I don't got that one on mine, so maybe I could trade him. You know. Got the Steiner Bros here.
Steiner Brothers.
That's those Steiners. Yep.
I think I brought it up last week, I believe, about Rick Steiner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, wait. No, Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump. He everybody was talking about how high he's asking for his autographs. I found him at a rinky-dink card show, and I got his autograph for $60. Autograph and picture.
Oh wow!
So
I just sold a signed original promo on Tuesday night, signed by Steiner for $30 to Ricky Smith. He bought it, and it was on an original promo too. So pretty nice piece.
So right here, he got Mankind, Do Love, and Cactus Jack. Well, he got the 3-piece, and I guess he probably needs to get a Mick Foley, and then he'll be complete there. That's all the member photos that we have for this weekend. I think that's going to wrap up the show.
Before we go, I want to do a quick Scott Steiner indie story. Okay, so they had some of the wrestlers around where you would look at the inventory. So I'm there looking at the inventory, trying to find out the wrestlers. So I went to the other side because they had some over there. I went over there and I got almost to the end, and I'm like, man, I feel like somebody's staring at me. I looked over to my right, and I was like inches away from Scott Steiner, and he's just staring at me down. He didn't have nobody in the line. He was just sitting there with his little chain thing staring at me. So I just kind of looked and said, "Sup?" and walked away. But it was just because I never expected to see Scott Steiner staring at me because I was looking at wrestling figures to buy.
That's assault, brother.
Yeah, and he was just right there next to me, and I wouldn't have known it until I felt somebody staring at me.
Hell yeah, the genetic freak strikes again.
Guess he thought I was invading his space, brother.
Yeah, to add mine to finish it off, he was late for the signing, and there was only 2 people, me and another guy, that he autographed anything for. Nobody else knew who the hell he was.
Wow.
No, that right there is assault.
Yes.
Well, all right, guys. I guess that's going to conclude the episode. I know we went a little over time today, but we had a lot of good times, and that happens.
Have we ever not gone over time?
I mean, sometimes we stay like within 5 minutes. You know how Raw used to go over a couple minutes.
This was fun as hell, though.
Oh yeah,
this one was a great one.
I figured you guys would get a kick out of that Guess the Wrestler game.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
Great show. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate everybody sticking around. I know it gets kind of late and everybody's got to work on the weeknights and stuff, but we have a lot of fun. And also you can always catch the replays. I post them on my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, join us on Facebook. Our group is public. Top Rope Wrestling Collectibles and Autographs. I'll have the link in the description below. And with that, if everybody else is good, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap her up.
Have a good night, everybody. Make sure
Take care, everybody.
Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out the 10
Thanks, guys.
Live.
Absolutely. We'll see you guys next week.